பட்ட பச்சாட்ட எங்களுக்கு பேட்டு நாங்க நர நர எங்க அடி தர தர எதிர்த்து வர வர யாரு இங்க அறக்குற வந்தா எதிரி போயிடணும் கதறி அதறி பதறி ஓடிடணும் செதறி நம்ம ஊரு நம்ம கந்து முடிகினு கொஞ்சம் வந்து செம்ம மட்டும்தான் நம்ம TNPL மாப்பு நம்ம ஊரு நம்ம கந்து முடிகினு கொஞ்சம் வந்து செம்ம மட்டும்தான் நம்ம TNPL மாப்பு
மக்களே வணக்கம் and welcome to Shriram Capital Tamil Nadu Premier League 2026 இது season 10 பெரிய season பிரம்மாண்டம் திருவிழா போல ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கு 10 போட்டிகள் நிறைவடைந்திருக்கு இன்னைக்கு போட்டி யாருக்கு அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா சேலம் ஸ்பார்டன்ஸ் அண்ட் மதுரை பேந்தர்ஸ் ஒரு பக்கம் வின்னிங் ட்ராட்ல இருக்கிற மதுரை இன்னொரு பக்கம் அவர்களோட வின்ன தேடி கொண்டு இருக்கிற சேலம் இந்த ரெண்டு டீம் இன்னைக்கு மோத போறாங்க திண்டுக்கல் ஆல்ரெடி நிறைய பவர் பேக்ட் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் இங்க பார்த்துட்டோம் 200+ ஸ்கோர்ஸ் பார்த்துட்டோம் வேற மாதிரி இருக்குங்க அப்படியே திருவிழா ஆரம்பிச்சிருச்சு அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம் திருவிழா பத்தி இன்னும் நிறைய பேசுறதுக்காக என் கூட இணைவது வித்யுத் வெல்கம் வித்யுத்
Thank you, Sasika. It's been a great tournament so far. And இன்னிக்கும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா அப்படியே பலபலன்னு இருக்கு நிறைய ரன் எதிர்பார்க்கலாம். So I'm looking forward to it. I'm very happy to be a part of it. We've seen some good talent and I'm hoping that Salem can really do something special tonight.
பலபலன்னு இருக்கு அப்படியே எட்டி பார்த்தா நம்ம மூஞ்சி எல்லாம் தெரியுதா வித்யுத்
அந்த அளவுக்கு இல்ல அது ஜமைக்கால கிரவுண்ட் இருக்கு வெஸ்ட் இண்டீஸ் அதான் அங்க தான் இருக்கும் but this is almost there. I think great batting conditions and we can look forward to a lot of balls outside the park.
இன்னைக்கு போகலன்னு வைங்களேன் நீ உங்களை வந்து பார்க்குக்கு வெளியே நான் அனுப்பிச்சிருவேன் பட் எஸ் அந்த மாதிரியான போட்டிகள் தான் இங்கே வந்து நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்கு இன்ஃபேக்ட் நேற்று நடந்து முடிந்த 2 போட்டிகளை பற்றி நம்ம அப்படியே பேசிடலாம் முதல் போட்டியும் சரி இரண்டாவது போட்டியும் சரி கிராக்கர் ஆஃப் கேம்ஸாக இருந்துச்சு இன்ஃபேக்ட் சிஎஸ்ஜி அவங்களோட முதல் வின்னை வந்து போஸ்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க ஆல் கிரெடிட்ஸ் டு த கேப்டன்ஸ் நாக் ஜக்கி வாஸ் த மேன் இல்லையா நேற்று ரொம்ப சென்சிபிளான ஒரு இன்னிங்ஸ் விளையாண்டாரு
ஐ திங்க் எனக்கு பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் ஜக்கி வில் பிளே அ வெரி பிவிட்டல் ரோல் இந்த டீம் சக்ஸஸ் ஏன்னா அவங்க பேட்டிங்க்கு அந்த அளவுக்கு அனுபவம் இல்லை நம்ம முன்னாடியே பேசியிருக்கோம் அப்ரண்டிஸ் இல்லை விஜய் சங்கர் மாதிரி பிளேயர்ஸ் ஸோ ஹீஸ் டேக்கன் த ஓனர்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஹிம்செல்ஃப் and that gets the best out of players sometimes. The maturity he showed to bat through the innings was fantastic. He knew it's just a matter of time. Modla kon time ettaru but endla pathina last 2 hours he was able to make up. That's the kind of player he is. Highest run getter in TNPL. He values his tournament a lot. Yeah. And I love watching him bat because our Pathale is very pleasing to the eye and he's only going to keep getting better. So, you know, the commitment he showed to take his team through is what we want to see from senior pros and he did wonderfully well yesterday.
And நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி அந்த 2500+ runs அப்படிங்கிறது it's not something easy that comes just in one day அதுதான் நேத்து நம்ம பார்த்தோம் இன்ஃபேக்ட் அப்படியே இருந்து ரெண்டாவது கேம் அதுல இருந்து ஆஹா ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னு ரெண்டாவது கேமுக்கு போனா நல்ல ராயல் கிங்ஸ் பிரமாதமான ஸ்டார்ட் கொடுத்தாங்க பட் the way திருப்பூர் தமிழன்ஸ் gave the comeback fantastic and அமித் சாத்விக் and துஷார் யாராச்சும் அவங்கள நிறுத்துங்கப்பா
Yeah, I think Tushar Raheja in the bang reform he's evolved very well. First year we knew what he's capable of, but now what he started doing is he started converting that 40-50s and winning matches for his side. A lot of people are watching this game and that's what they want to see from a young player. Amit Sathik Potvarikolam, I am very happy to see that he took the first 5-6 balls to get his eye in. Silavati in the format as a youngster, first ball in the polakno ball, the temptation, but he was very smart that way. And after that, you saw what he's capable of. So, 2 very, very bright young talents, and it's serving them very well. But I really love the commitment on the field. The power play, we spoke about Jagdishan, how he brought his team back with the bat. Sai Kishore spell on the field while bowling yesterday, and the catch he took, and the runs he got. And that's what you want. You want your captain to inspire. And yeah, I'm just going one step ahead. I'm going to today's game. You need somebody like Abhishek Salamba to show up and inspire his team to get his team, rallying around him. அது இல்லனா கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்கும் அவங்களுக்கு.
Definitely yes. என்ன நடக்க போகுதுன்னு இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் நேரத்துல நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சிரும். பட் இங்க வந்து ஹை ஸ்கோரிங் கேம்ஸும் பார்த்திருக்கோம், லோ ஸ்கோரிங் த்ரில்லர்ஸும் பார்த்திருக்கோம். பட் எல்லாம் பார்க்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி இன்னைக்கு பிட்ச் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு வாங்க போய் பார்க்கலாம். Heading to Shabani Bhaskar.
It's a wonderful evening here at the Shriram Capital Tamil Nadu Premier League 2026. Just the one match today, but we're on pitch number 3 for it. So what do we have in store for you? You can see that a lot of the grass has been shaved off and it is a beautiful surface to bat on. Now the spinners have struggled a little bit compared to the Pacers. 16 wickets to spin, 33 wickets to pace. Why is that? Because we've seen less turn on this surface, 2.2 and 2.1 degrees of turn on pitches 4 and 5. On this surface, pitch number 3, we've only seen 1.8 degrees of turn. So what does that do as a batter? You can trust the bounce and turn, and therefore you can play through the line, and you need not step out all the time. You can even play from your crease because you can trust the turn. Therefore, there's been more runs against spin. So the pacers are going to come to the fore in your bowling attack, and they're the ones who are going to get you the wickets. But in terms of runs, this is a great batting track. We've seen a lot of runs, and that's what we will expect this evening too.
வித்யுத் ஆல்ரெடி சொல்லிட்டாரு பல 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 பலன்னு இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறாரு. ஸோ இன்னைக்கு ஒரு 200+ ரன்ஸ் பார்த்துடலாமா வித்யுத்?
I think batting நல்லா ஆடினா definite ஒரு வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. ஏன்னா it's very good. It's had a nice sheen on it. It's hardly rolled in. Spinners may come into play a little bit, but having said that, the dimensions on some sides are very small, so a lot of mistimed shots also going for 6. So romba mosama aadnada you will get less than 200. I think 200 plus you can easily get in this wicket if you bat well.
So what do you think the bowlers must keep in mind? இப்போ இந்த 200+ அப்படிங்கிறது சர்வசாதாரணமாக நீங்கள் சொன்ன மாதிரி வந்தோன்னே அட்டாக் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு விளையாடுறாங்க. பட் வாட் ஷுட் த bowlers keep in mind? ஏன்னா இட் லுக்ஸ் லைக் bowlersக்கு சான்ஸே இல்லாத மாதிரி இருக்கே.
கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம் தாங்க. I think இந்த ஃபார்மேட்டில் நிறைய பார்த்துருக்கோம். It's not been easy for the bowlers. You have smaller dimensions, you have pitches that are really good for batting. முதல் 2 நாள் பார்த்தா கொஞ்சம் கிராஸ் இருந்தது, but last 2-3 games you have seen it's been really flat, so it's going to be a challenge. But I think you have to learn from Tirupur what they did. Sometimes when you get 2-3 quick wickets, you're always back in the game, and you have to work towards that. As in the death overs, you have to get bowlers who can bowl Yorkers consistently, and you have to be smart. Yes, it is going to be difficult, but that's what people want. You want to step up when the team needs you, and it is very much possible. So I'm looking forward to the bowlers showcasing their skills and providing something special in very batting friendly conditions.
பட் நீங்க எவ்வளோ பெரிய ஸ்பெஷலான bowler-ஆ இருந்தாலும் என்எஸ் சத்துர்வேத் கிட்ட மட்டும் மாட்டிராதீங்க. பட் எஸ் த ஃபாஸ்டஸ்ட் செஞ்சுரி இன் TNPL எவர். நீங்க அவரை பார்த்துருக்கீங்க 2016 இருந்து அவர் விளையாடுறத பார்த்துருக்கீங்க. ஹவு ப்ரவுட் வே யூ?
Yeah, use the right word, proud. ஏன்னா நான் 2016 மேல இருந்து பார்த்துருக்கேன். நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டிவிஷன் ரொம்ப வருஷம் ஆடி இருக்கேன். We want people like this to succeed, who have been in the system for a long time, who have toiled hard over the years, who've been so sincere in their work, work ethic, meticulous, and so happy to see. The way he played that day was just unbelievable. The kind of shots he has, we all know he plays spin very well. Power play he took the game away, and I again repeat, set batter run chase kadasi varaku irundha, most of the time the team chasing will win. And Chaturved was there for most of the time, so it's great to see. And again, I repeat, I want to see this kind of. நம்ம நிறைய youngsters பத்தி பேசுறோம், but இந்த மாதிரி player if he performs, it gives a lot of satisfaction to people like us who have seen people going through the grind, and they are at last, after many years, they're getting a great prize for that.
இன்ஃபேக்ட் அவர் செலிப்ரேஷன் முடிச்சோன்னே நான் போய் கேட்டேன், ரொம்ப ஆர்ப்பாட்டமான செலிப்ரேஷன் இல்லையே சத்துர் அப்படின்னு கேட்டப்போ, ஓவர் தி இயர்ஸ் நானே மெச்சூர் ஆயிட்டேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் சஸ்திகா அப்படின்னு வர சொல்லியிருந்தாரு. இட் வாஸ் லவ்லி டு see him. எஸ், ஒரு பக்கம் மதுரை தே ஆர் ஆன் அ வின்னிங் ட்ராட், பட் இன்னொரு பக்கம் சேலம் நீங்கள் சொன்ன மாதிரி கேப்டன் இன்னைக்கு கண்டிப்பாக அவரோட ஊக்கத்தை கொடுத்தே ஆகணும். ஏன்னா 2 கேம்ஸ் தோத்துட்டு வராங்க அப்படிங்கிறதுனால என்ன டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக அவங்க பண்ணணும்னு நீங்கள் நினைக்கிறீங்க வித்யுத்?
See, I think they have to get off to a good start. I think Nitish Rajagopal, my player, Varche is coming under pressure. Hari Nishant is a good player. It doesn't mean they don't have the players. They have quality in their team. But again, the captain has to do something special for them, because once the captain starts, performing, all the other players will start believing and they will rally around him. But captain konjam kashtapadcha doesn't make life easy for them. But enna pothavaraikkum in the format you just have to taste success once. If that happens, they can turn things around. I honestly believe they have a good team this year. Just that they have to get into winning base, and they have to be a lot smarter and sharper in the field. Konja lax andirukanga, nariya bowlers nariya boundary balls potirukanga, batters konja responsible adirukanga. But like I said, it's all about momentum. One win can change things for them, and that's what they'll be hoping for.
அந்த 1 அப்படி கிடைக்குமா அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கான தேடல்ல தான் சேலம் இருக்காங்க. பட் என்ன நடக்க போகுதுன்னு இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் நேரத்தில் நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சிடும். இப்போ டாஸுக்காக 2 கேப்டனும் வெயிட் பண்றாங்க. வாங்க அருண் கிட்ட போகலாம்.
வணக்கம் Dindigul. Time for match number 11 between the SKM Salem Spartans and the Madurai Panthers here in the Shriram capital, TNPL 2026. We have all the men who matter for the toss. The captain of the SKM Salem Spartans, S. Abhishek. The captain of the Madurai Panthers, Anirudh Sitaram. The match referee, Mr. Hemant Kumar. And Gokul Balajiram, the toss representative from SKM Salem Spartans. And Mrs. Shri Vidya Mahesh, the CFO of the Madurai Panthers. And Abhishek will, of course, give the coin a flick as the captain of the home side.
Tails.
It's a tails.
Heads it is.
It's a head. Abhishek has won the toss. What are you doing and why?
We're going to bowl first.
Any reason why?
Chasing has been the trend, so just following the trend, yeah.
What's the mood in the camp been like? Because you've had 2 defeats on the trot.
Yeah, the best thing about time, it always changes. So we're hoping for the best. Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it. You've got a pretty settled bowling unit as well. What are the areas that you're looking to improve upon?
Yeah, batting, obviously. We have to score well in the power play as well as in the middle overs. So
Any changes to your team today?
yeah, Yal is out and Sunny comes in.
All the best for today.
Thank you.
All right, Anirudh Sitaram, you're on an unbeaten streak. Tell us about the emotions after that adrenaline high.
I mean, it was a great game, and that's in the past now. So we were happy for that moment, and we've moved on pretty quickly because in TNPL any team can beat any side. So I don't think we can take any side lightly. So we're looking forward to this game.
How was it being the captain and also ensuring the finishing? Good for your heart rate at all?
I mean, yeah, as a captain, I was happy that I could finish the game, and it was a great game. But now we're looking forward to this game.
You're a settled unit, but are you looking to give some of the younger guys a go today? Any changes in the team?
There's one change to the 11. We are bringing in a leg spinner called Rohan Bhutra, who's making his TNPL debut in place of Kiran Karthikeyan.
All right, go well today.
Thank you.
So that's the news from the center. The SKM Salem Spartans have won the toss and have elected to field first.
Salem Spartans toss win பண்ணிருக்காங்க and they have chosen to bowl. நம்ம வந்து playing 11 பார்க்குறோம். மதுரையோட 11 நம்ம பார்க்குறோம்.
Yeah, Madurai nalla squadding. I think they've made one change. They've got the leg spinner in Bhutra. He's played before. He's played for Dindigul Dragons and Anubhavam irukku. So that's a good change they've got. They have people like Deepesh, Rajalingam, obviously good Japanese Singh, Saranan Romala perform பண்ணிருக்காரு. And of course the champion player Chaturved is in great form. And Siddharth Madhavan. But Salem Spartans பொறுத்தவரைக்கும், yes, again, good team. They have எனக்கு நம்பிக்கை இருக்கு. Hari Nishant a good player. Kavin, Nidish Rajagopal, Harish Kumar நல்ல all-rounder. Poyamoi, Rahil Shah, Ajit Ram. So spinners இருக்காங்க அவங்களுக்கு. They have lot of spin with them. Ajit Ram, Rahil Shah, Karthik Manikantan showed glimpses of what he's capable of. So I think evenly matched. Salem Spartans வந்து just a matter of time. சேர்ந்து ஆடினா எனக்கு they may create upset ன்னு தோணுது எனக்கு.
நீங்க கொடுத்த predictionsலலாம் நிறைய வந்து அப்படியே உண்மையா வந்திருக்கு. இன்னைக்கு சேலம் பக்கம் போறீங்களா இல்ல மதுரை பக்கமா?
இன்னைக்கு வந்து நான் நிறைய பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க நீ கேம்பிளரா இருக்கணும். But I want to be a gambler today. I think I will gamble with Salem tonight.
Fantastic. All right, live action உங்களுக்காக வருது. வாங்க commentators கிட்ட போகலாம்.
Fresh from the high of a memorable run chase, the Madurai Panthers are up against the SKM Salem Spartans as the umpires march to the middle. Srinivas Sarangan and GR Sadashiv Iyer, a former player himself. We are set at Natham. The NPR College of Engineering and Technology hosts us yet again. SKM Salem Spartans still looking for their first victory. There were a few flashes where we could see a bit of hope, but it wasn't good enough. They really need to turn it on and put in a good team performance. On the other hand is an inspired unit. Well, when you've chased 240, it takes more than inspiration to get there. And someone who's really inspired us here in the commentary box is Charu Sharma, and it's great to welcome him here on this beautiful evening.
Nishad, thank you. Your only flaw, excessive generosity, but thank you very much. And I have to admit, I think Vidyut also very generous today. He's a wonderful young man, Vidyut. And of course, he's the Gillette man, isn't he? The best a man can get. But he said, I will take a gamble on Salem today. And it takes a brave man to do that, just on the basis of what we've seen so far. But Madurai, you're so right. I mean, I don't know what word you use, but I would say it was near miraculous, that chase. I mean, chasing 239, whatever the ground, whatever the conditions, is to my mind a 1%er. Once in 100 matches do you do that, and they did it. So it was just an incredible chase, set all sorts of records, and no doubt they'd be hugely buoyed by that win and can feel and probably feel that they can do no wrong.
It's a different challenge today, of course, as they are batting first, but up against a team that haven't quite found their mark. Having said that, M11, a very experienced customer taking the new ball. How do SKM Salem Spartans approach it from here? They really need to lift themselves, get that morale in, and then maybe, just maybe, it'll translate into some results on field.
Nothing works better than early wickets. And early wickets are usually up in the air. Very difficult to bowl people perhaps a leg before, but it's all the catches that come because they're going a little hard, the batters, during the power play, throwing caution to a little bit of wind. And by the way, there's a lot of breeze around on the ground when we were there, swirling around. So take your catches because they will come. They have a slip. And I think we are all set for the countdown.
Play.
We are underway with a slip in place. A good delivery just outside the off stump, rising onto Ramkumar.
Let me add to that bit about catching. Also just swiftness in the field, alertness, enthusiasm, a little bit of anticipation. Just like that, backward point raced in, even though there was potentially a single there, but he made sure there was no attempt even. The non-striker didn't take off. So tight in the field, take your catches, 1 or 2 wickets in the power play, and you know, it'll lift their morale like nothing else can.
They've got the square leg out for Ramkumar. Had gotten off the mark with a 6 over there in the last match. It's a good probing line outside the off stump. A little bit of a change in length there.
Yeah, it seemed to keep a shade low, and we had Ramkumar almost jumping back to that. Not looking very elegant at all. Watch him jump away. The bat very far from his body. Recipe for disaster. Instead of moving into the line, almost moved away, allowing the possibility of a thin tickle. There's a slip there, Ramkumar. Watch it.
Ramkumar had hit a 6 first ball in the last match and then got out of the next. Charges down the track and misses. The bat was nowhere close to the ball.
Superb delivery. Everything good about it. Great length, movement, and Ramkumar waded into that. Head up in the air. No clue. That was something you will not want to watch again. So far away from that ball. The only good thing that could have come out of it was a thick outside edge, taking it to a 4 or a 6 behind slip. But if he gets too much of that edge, then there's a third man waiting at the boundary line. Slightly wide, about 40 degrees.
This time he's connected. It's made a good sound of the bat as it goes into the stands for the first 6 of this match.
Mohammad, welcome. A little too full, we'll have to say, in the arc. Now, he didn't quite catch it from the sweetest part of the bat, but the commitment is what took it for 6. Middle of the lower, perhaps, part of the bat, and an 82-meter 6. Just the confidence with which he played, being carried over from that last match. Now, let's not do what you did the last time around, 6 and out. Watch it.
Gets the under edge, will go for 4, pass shot fine. A little bit of fortune for Ramkumar, but it's not quite 6 and out this time.
Well, it was 6 and almost out. The inside edge carrying it to 4, passed short fine. But again, it was a flail. There was no real control. Bottom of the bat once again. Need to find a little bit of timing right at the start of the innings because it's a new pitch. Well, it's not a new pitch, but it's the third pitch out on the east side, the last pitch they're using. And there's no harm playing it straight behind the bowler for the first over or 2. You still get a lot of runs.
The slip is off. Slower ball. He's just helped it along. Goes really fine for 4. The fine leg was back. And that's the end of the over. 14 of the first for the Madurai Panthers. A couple of changes, and in total, that is SKM Salem Spartans with Yar Arun Mori making way. This was the last ball of the previous over.
Well, again, he didn't handle it too well. A clean top edge, taking it between keeper and short fine. Wasn't, oh, actually the fine leg had moved back, but wasn't in control at all. A little fortunate. And Mohammad just losing his line and length because of that 1-6.
Siddharth Mahadevan gets off the mark first ball. Was actually eclipsed there. Siddharth Mahadevan in that first match, in the last match rather. S. Ajit Ram, a very impressive economy rate of 6.8.
Well, more than impressive. That's almost incredible. Modern day T20 cricket, even if you're a very clever left arm spinner, I mean, to go anything less than 8, leave alone 6.8, exceptional.
We were mentioning a couple of changes. Rohan Bhutra has come in for Madurai Panthers. He goes with it. Over short mid-wicket, gets another boundary. Ram Kumar seems to be a fearless customer.
I'm afraid it was a rather inelegant slog really across the line. There would have been just a hint of spin, not much. Because he was undercutting the ball, the seam wasn't going to land at all. I don't know whether Ram Kumar saw it or not. But he plonked his left foot forward and said, I'm going to go big. Very lucky that it didn't go to the infield hand. And now, of course, a change in field. They've decided if he's going to go leg side all the time, let's bring long off in. And they now have a deep mid-wicket and a long on. Perhaps better if he's going to keep going leg side.
This time he's gone over fine leg with the fielder inside. Another 6 for Ram Kumar.
And unfortunately, with two fielders on the leg side, as we can possibly talk about the sharp lines and clean finish on that 6. Ready for another big performance, are you? The Gillette players in the field are doing their job again. But back to that shot. Now, he was constrained to go middle and leg or leg stump, and that's where he bowled Ajit Ram because he had his fielders there. He was afraid to bowl it outside off because there's no cover on the boundary on the offside, so you're giving it away a bit.
Makes room. Got the inside edge towards backward square leg. You just spoke about the fact that the cover is standing a little short. There's no protection in the deep. Maybe you wanted to go do that, and this is the pitch that we have for you tonight.
Again, no grass at all. And whatever little can be visible, which is not, is just a old cut grass, so it's like a glass really.
A good ball outside the off stump.
One feels like saying, why not that kind of a delivery time and again? Because it does test the batsman. It floats in and you think, well, maybe one spin. It took a bit of spin. Had it taken the off bail, it would have been a classic left-arm orthodox's wicket. He was lucky to get away, Ram Kumar.
Got 3 boundaries in the first over. Let's see whether he can match that with the last ball coming up in this one. Makes room yet again. Ajit Ram does well to follow him. A dot ball to finish. It's a good comeback by Ajit Ram after those boundaries. 2 overs gone, 25 for no loss. It's a good start for Ram Kumar, and Siddharth Mahadevan has faced the lone delivery. This was the first over. The IOB analysis being brought to you.
Yeah, some very, very good deliveries. And then, I don't know why he went fuller. The one that he got hit for was just a result of bowling a little full. And then he lost it a bit. Once you get hit for 6, you start trying to do different things. And the last ball, of course, a little too short, the slow bouncer. So he got punished for that. It should have gone for 6, but it was top-edged behind the keeper for 4.
Poya Mori is into the attack. Full toss outside the off stump. He's threaded the gap beautifully. That'll go for 4. A diving attempt by Rahil Shah, but he can't stop that one.
Well, that's exactly what to play a low full toss. Turn the bat a bit and try and find the gap around square on the offside. You have to get a shade lucky. It must have very, very good attempt by cover point there, but I think it was a little late. And of course, there was a bit of bounce too, awkward bounce every once in a while. He thinks it should have been stopped. Which bowler says, yeah, you did a good job? They all say, you should stop that. But if you don't bowl full tosses, maybe you'll give less runs away.
Siddharth Mahadevan getting his first boundary in this match. Lets that go through to the wicket-keeper. And yes, we were all talking about Chaturved and the fact that he got 100 in the last match of 40 balls. But Siddharth Mahadevan was actually eclipsed during that innings. But he played an equally important role, one can say.
Without doubt. I mean, his strike rate was very average, but he was playing a supporting role. And when somebody else, your partner, is going so well, there's no need to try and match him. There's no competition inside there. There are different roles. And today too. His 50th game, the Salem skipper. Well, I hope you have better luck, Abhishek. You haven't started out too brightly.
Full delivery, driven straight to Rahil Shah this time.
What a story, Mr. Shah. Now 40, I believe. And if he shaves, of course, people won't be able to make out. But every once in a while, when he doesn't, there's a bit of white there. Rahil, got to watch out for that. Okay, Abhi, I wish you luck. 50th match. Congratulations. But Ajit Ram got taken a little unnecessarily for a few runs, and he's one of your main weapons.
It's a good ball. They will go for a quick single. He'll get there. Also, Poya Modi, the kind of bowler that he is, he's got a phenomenal record in the Shriram Capital TNPL. We've also got to say that over the years he's performed very well. He was home, no doubt about it.
It's the skipper, isn't it? At mid-off. Just a little slow to react, and the batsman knew, Mahadevan, that he was going to get there in time, because when the ball goes in front of you, it was his call, and no reason for him to be tardy or get anywhere close to a run-out possibility. Now, Ramkumar, does he continue going big?
It's a good ball by Poya Mori, a very smart bowler. Will only concede the single this time. And that's been the hallmark of Poya Mori, and was reading his story as well over the years, just the way that he's come up through the system in TNCA cricket. He completed his education, hadn't initially seen a future in cricket, but then found the ray of hope thanks to this wonderful tournament, Shriram Capital TNPL, and is living a dream. Last ball of the over. It's been a good over really. Only 7 of that as they get a single to finish that one. 32 for no loss. .32 for no loss, and one can say that they may just be warming up, Charu.
Yeah, I do think, just to take a look at the scores of the two batters in there, that Mahadevan has once again either been asked by the dugout or is his natural play is going a little easy. His strike rate is very, very average at this point of time, and Ramkumar being given the role to try and go big and try and get away with it as we get Karthik in.
It's an appeal first ball, a loud one. They're just conferring with the DRS timer, ticking away.
Decides not to. 50th match, and very well thought out. That landed well outside leg. Oh, come on.
That's a gift really. And he's going to accept it on any given day. Just helps it over the boundary for a 6.
Well, listen, I'm trying not to be too critical. Now, that new ball, not always easy to grip for a wrist spinner, and that went horribly wrong. Tried to possibly bowl the wrong one. That's when you give it a little extra rip, and went way down leg, just helped along by Mahadevan. I was about to suggest that he's not the one to hit the ball big, but when you have a gimme, of course you got to go for it. And what can the skipper do? Well, smile and say, listen, Karthik, that's not what we got. Yeah, it actually landed inside the strip. I thought it landed just outside, but was going away.
So it was more optimistic, really. Drives that down the ground. Will be a single towards long off.
Just that leg before appeal, you mentioned optimistic. I think Karthik felt it was middle of middle. But the way he appealed, fortunately the keeper and the skipper didn't really support him at all. Much better. As a leggy particularly, I keep saying, if you're a wrist spinner, if you have to make a mistake, if you're not on that perfect length, then fuller instead of shorter, because you can't place a field for it.
Now Ramkumar, just the way he plays, one just gets reminded of someone like a Johnson Charles of West Indies. The way he tries to target the leg side. This time, just getting into a bit of a tangle.
Well, there is a long on, but there's a leggy. And with mid-off, there's every likelihood that Ramkumar can clear him behind the bowler or anywhere on the offside instead of trying to manufacture something on the leg. So that was a false shot. Don't have to be that adventurous.
It's a good delivery. He's managed to play that towards point. This is good by Karthik. Apart from that 6, the other deliveries have been all right.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first 2 were a little awkward, but here it is again. The sort of flipper really wasn't a genuine leggy, and going on the back foot to a rather full ball always makes it look dangerous.
Ball.
Just reduced the pace on that one, and Ramkumar was shaping up, but he's only managed to get a single of that. 78 kilometers per hour. That's how slow it was. 4 overs gone. It's 40 for no loss. Only 15 runs of the last 2. So you can say that Poya Mori and Karthik have done all right.
Without question. Also, Ramkumar a little chastised. He's tried a couple of adventurous shots, was not able to pull them off, and played the rest of the over a little quietly. Maybe a word by Mahadevan saying, listen, don't throw it away.
Dances down the track, connects it. It's high and handsome, and out of the ground that one.
Gave it the charge. Poyamori unable to change length. We keep talking about bowlers changing length when they see batsmen doing something, but he didn't. It was a slower one. Off spin action, and did he catch it from the screws or what? A little too short, sat up, and Ramkumar feasted way over the spectator stands. I hope they get the ball back. I keep saying miraculously, the ball keeps coming back. But now what does he do? Because even the last over, there were too many slower deliveries. He got away in the latter half of the over. But once again, Ramkumar has started out really well.
I think it went into the basketball court right behind our cricket ground, and the umpire is forced to get that box of library balls onto the field.
I have no doubt that if it's anywhere near the basketball court, and by the way, 3 points.
Should be more.
Yeah, we don't have more in basketball, strangely, but that should have gotten 6. It got 6 anyway on the cricket field, but I'm sure that ball will come back. Yet another one comes in, must be almost new, and strike rate, of course, for Ramkumar continues to be very, very good. Got into a bit of a hole, if I can call it that, for the last couple of overs when he tried something adventurous, couldn't pull it off. But again, he's put the bowler under pressure.
This time it's quicker and the length is good. Was a little too close to the body to cut that one.
You know, his natural play is leg side. So he's shaping up with the bat as an arc, as a golf swing. And if the ball's outside off, it makes him look a little silly, as we take an IOB buggy cam view. Ramkumar there, right in the middle of the frame. So when it does move across the offside, he loses shape at times, and that could be dangerous.
Waltz yet again. Has he connected? He's beaten the infield, and it will go for 4. Crossing the boundary safe and sound like Shriram's fixed deposits. The 50 is up for Madurai.
Again, that little shimmy, trying to put Poyamori off his length. And we have a regulation pace delivery. Didn't quite catch it too well. Lucky didn't go to hand, but just avoided the infielders. And then, of course, he was bound to go for a 4. So, Poyamori running out of ideas. Now, you bowled a really good delivery outside off. And you do have a man at the deep backward point region as the 50 stand comes up. Why not keep it outside off? Risk it. If he goes high, it could go for a catch, the third man, or deep backward point.
It's in the arc. He hasn't connected as well. Mid-on will get across. That's the first wicket. Poyamori has his revenge and has a thing or two to say to Ram Kumar.
Well, bowler's angst. Maybe he's not within his rights to say whatever he said. I can't interpret that. Another slower one. And he tricked Ram Kumar with that slow delivery. I think Ram Kumar once again was looking to go big. Gave it a bit of a charge, but got the bottom of the bat. And if he's just saying, come on, that's okay. Ram Kumar, another belligerent 36 at a very good strike rate. But he's, I'm sure, wishing he would stay there beyond the power play and score more. Not to be today. 50 for 1.
A man who's just played a defining innings, not just of his career but of this tournament. 121, which helped take his team to victory in a tall run chase. 240, and he's here because of this.
It was angling in, so maybe the shot was on, but mistiming that pace-off delivery.
Chaturved, it's a dot ball to start. Now, you've just played an innings that is so defining and memorable. Let's reflect on the wicket yet again before we discuss that.
Nice catch, running to the side. Saw it well, but it was a mistimed shot. And I'm sure that Abhishek and the rest of his team will be delighted. I talked about wickets being the only thing that can save them. Well, they've got one during the power play, and wouldn't they love to get this man? But just on evidence of what he did first of all, getting right behind the line, mark of a quality cricketer.
Once again gets right behind that one and off the mark. A conventional way to play that one. 5 gone, 51 for 1.
It's going to be Karthik Manikantan to continue. 1 over for 8. It's a good start for Madurai. 51 for 1. They're going at 10 runs per over. 36. Small cameo by Ram Kumar. That Mahadevan is there. And 14. Joined by the hero of the other night, Chaturved. Just got a single. Good shot with the spin. Didn't get the middle of the bat. He's in the kind of form that anything will go to the boundary. The boundary to start off the over with as I welcome Suhas. Good evening, Suhas.
Good evening, Vidyut. Good evening, everybody. And that's Chaturved's style of saying good evening to the bowler. These are easy pickings for him. Last over of the power play. He's backed himself and gone straight. Doesn't have the distance. And the catch is pouched. Not easy under any circumstance. Had to make sure that he doesn't lose his balance. And did so perfectly. The catching is definitely improved here for Salem.
Nicely bowled by Karthik Manikandan, changing his line a bit. Not enough commitment in that shot, and Vivek Raj takes a fantastic catch. Eyes on the ball, does well. And yes, he's cool as a cucumber. Good comeback by the young spinner as he dismisses Chaturved for 5. Madurai Panthers 55 for 2.
Anirudh Sitaram, skipper, walks out. 1,542 runs. Stalwart of Shriram Capital TNPL, especially when it comes to the Madurai Panthers.
Yeah, beautifully deceived in the air. And you have to give a lot of credit to the young spinner. He had the guts to bowl it a little slower. It's nice to see. You want to see that. You want to see spinners having the heart after getting hit to come back and back themselves to deliver. That's what he has done.
As far as the surface is concerned, you were discussing with Sashtika as well in the pre-match show that it's not as shiny as Jamaica, but still it's got something for the bowlers too.
Yeah, especially for the spinners. It doesn't have that much covering of grass, so they will come into play. You have to bowl well, slightly slower through the air, like on this occasion. Bowling a very good speed, 82.4 in the power play. Makes it a little more difficult for the batter.
Back of the hand, but he read it like a book. Mahadevan, what a shot. So well planned, like Shriram's life insurance plans.
He didn't look to hit it too hard. The back of the hand in the slot, and he's a very good player. Very still head, no big flourish, and helps himself to a 4. The good batting, but he won't mind that. Really mixed it up nicely. It was a leg spinner, and that was Fuller. The ball dipped from him a little bit. Just a single to end the over. 6 gone. The power play finished. 61 for 2. Yeah, it's a good start. They've lost 2 wickets, but I think Salem Spartans will slowly find themselves coming back into the game. The power play, they started off with a flourish. Some really good shots by Siddharth Mahadevan and Ramkumar. Ramkumar was very aggressive, and he perished trying to go for the big one. A good catch, and then Siddharth Mahadevan watching from the other end. This occasion, NS Chaturved just not getting enough on the shot.
He was a ticking time bomb. After the 121 innings, Abhishek would have told his boys, even if you get half an opportunity, convert that into a full throttle wicket. 14 runs. He was a little expensive in the first over also because he was bowling in the power play. Now more cushion for him.
There he is. Will be feeling the heat. NS Chaturved after 100. Just go and get going today. They will look to play this middle overs without losing too many wickets. Like I said, the surface is good and it's the important phase of the game. Rahil Shah bowled well the other night. He will find some purchase in this pitch. He is a wily customer.
Yeah, Rahil Shah, he's so good with his craft that he could have operated in the power play too. Captain chose Ajit Ram and then V.S. Karthik, the wrist spinner. V.S. Karthik delivered. It's not too long from now that we can sense Rahil Shah with the ball in hand, trying to weave a web around the batters. Anirudh, just the right kind of personnel as well from Madurai Panthers at this stage of the game, the middle phase. Someone who can build an innings at the same time go for the big crescendo finish later on.
Yeah, he played well last game. Under pressure, kept his cool. Yeah, we are going to see a lot of slow deliveries like this. Not going to give pace on the ball, the fast bowlers, especially after the learnings they've had from the power play. There you see Mohammed. Yeah, he's just rolled his fingers over, just holding on a bit on the surface.
Once again it was slower, but this time he beats TNPL. Anirudh collects his first boundary, a nerve settler for him and the entire dugout for as secure as Shriram's life insurance plans.
Another slow one, but brilliant wrist work by Anirudh, not looking to hit it too hard. The timing was absolutely brilliant. He is a good player. Been in the situation before. Very good player in the middle overs, rotates strike well.
This time won't get that single. When he tries to nurdle the ball in the gap, he hasn't done that in the 4 balls that he's played thus far. But however, when he tries to use his feet a little bit, then he accesses the gap better. He has different ways of tackling the same bowler. And you can enjoy this game in different languages on YouTube. English, Hindi, Tamil, it's yours to choose. But do enjoy. Not from the best part of the bat, and sometimes that's the reason you're still out there and not in the dugout. 67 for 2 after 7. $67 for 2. Anirudh's got a boundary, and that's great for Madurai Panthers. The skipper has to come good. His previous innings gave a lot of confidence to the team itself and not just the skipper. The crowd trickling in as the word goes out that the best in the business are putting on a show once again. This is the Shriram Capital TNPL.
Okay.
Yeah, nicely played. Just slowing it down. He's bowled at 80, and that's what I like about Karthik. He's learning very quickly. Sometimes in T20, you tend to bowl quicker through the air and don't impart too much spin on the ball. But Karthik Manikantan is thinking otherwise and really bowling a good spell tonight.
Terrific. Skipper leading from the front. I think he's in trouble here. Mahadevan wanted the single. Anirudh was struggling for a little bit as Abhishek got rid of his counterpart.
He's walking. Anirudh.
TV umpire to director.
Sometimes you know it as a batter.
We have umpire review for run out at the striker's end. Can you get me the try split, please? Yes, I can see the wicket is fairly put down and the batter is short of the crease. I am ready with my decision for the big screen. The decision is
OUT. A brain fade moment for the skipper of Madurai Panthers. Anirudh Sitaram departs for 7. 68 for 3. Atikur Rahman, 2 half centuries for him. With a strike rate of 140, he's got the makings of a batter required in this situation. And this is the reason he's out there.
He's on the back foot, Siddharth Mahadevan. Just no proper communication between both the batters. And Anirudh may have reached if he had put the dive on. But yes, Captain Abhishek. Good throw from him. There you go. There is some purchase when he bowls slow through the air. That's good to see. He's in good rhythm tonight, Karthik Manikantan.
Abhishek playing his 50th game of Shriram Capital TNPL, and he's made it very memorable already with that fantastic effort. Maybe Arun Karthik, he's now affording a smile. Someone who's very measured with his emotions as well. Even in crunch situations. I was preparing for the second game's toss because they played the first game while they were trying to chase down the Panthers. Crunch situations. He was stoic, but he always had self-belief. You could see that in his eyes.
Yeah, they've played 2 really close games. And really have played well under pressure. But they are under pressure tonight, the Madurai Panthers. Yes, it helps to have a relaxed coach in the dugout. But they need a big partnership now. Just 3 runs of the over. Some discussion between the umpire and captain. So that's why at the umpire.
First throw da Sadi bhai.
About the throw they are talking about.
Sadi bhai. Idime adika mata first throw da. Okay. Next ball, okay.
The captain's not very amused. The umpire made his idea clear. The wrong gun was read nicely by Atikur Rahman. Dipesh. Sharp lines, clean finish, and ready for another big performance. The Gillette dugout has indeed done its job again. Soaring in confidence. It's the best a man can get. That's the only time he's been marginally short, but he's got the cushion required for that shot as well. Very, very tidy. Just 5 of it. 72 for 3. .72 for 3. Ram Kumar provided a fantastic start. 36 of 19. Didn't let the bowlers settle down at all. Shanmugam, he doesn't reveal much. But when it comes to the break, then of course he doesn't hold himself back. So you see both ends of the spectrum now. Hari Nishant with an economy of 7.9. How important is Mahadevan's wicket here, as long as Atik is also settling out there? It's been such a wicket, especially when the spinners are in operation.
Yeah, it's going to be crucial, but little surprised they got Hari Nishant. He can bowl off spin decently, but when you have Rahil Sham and new batters in the crease, left hand or right hand, you want to get your premium bowler in. Not the best tactical move. They are in a very strong position. That's a rocket throw by Karthik Manikantan. Almost knocked the keeper down. Yes, exuberance of youth. The coach, his dad, won't be too happy about that. There you go, look at that. almost knocked him over, but good keeping by Kevin. Oh, there we spoke about that turn. That has really turned sharply. Game on, no doubt about that. Salem Spartans have been really good tonight.
It's a dream delivery for Hari Nishant. All he needs is an outside edge, and I think it's not too far away if he can repeat that.
Not enough commitment from the shot. That's where I think the difference lies. Yesterday, a similar kind of these guys used to disappear to the boundary, but they're coming in with the angle, playing inside the line. Didn't expect it to turn so much. As both teams are going to be excited about that. We have good spinners. We spoke about Rahul Shah. Ajit Ram has only bowled his 1 over. And if you see Madurai Panthers, they have Rohan Butra, the leg spinner, making his debut. Shoaib Mohammed can bowl his offies. So they'll be very excited about tonight because it's been a batter's paradise all the time. 13 balls since the last boundary.
Atik is playing himself in, but he's not struggling really against a turning ball. He's finding his way. 76 for 3. SKM Salem Spartans. This time Rahil Shah makes the cut in the initial 11 itself. It's not like he has to come in as an impact player. And Rahil Shah would be raring to go with how the surface is behaving. Speak of the man.
He has always won this money right away. Very good numbers. 74 wickets, 7.1 is the economy. 4 for 12. And he'll have a big role to play. Doesn't give too much time in the air. Very wily spinner. But yeah, still a good surface. I think Madurai have to be a little more brave. They have to take the odd risk. You saw yesterday players like Jagadishan really taking time, and then once he got set, he's able to hit the ball where he wanted to. So that kind of a pitch, this partnership is going to be very important for Madurai. They need a big target.
Protection for the heave on the leg side. 3 fielders on the boundary rope on the leg side.
Nicely played by Siddharth Mahadevan, but he's somebody who can really tonk the ball a long way. He's taken the initiative to play through the innings. I think it's a team strategy. Even last game we saw when Chaturved was really hitting the ball well. He was very smart the way he went about things, but I've seen him in the under 19, under 23 level. He was a really fierce striker of the cricket ball. He really demoralized bowling attacks. Good to see the maturity from his side. Just waiting to see when he can exhibit his talent. He can hit the ball a long way.
And the word you used for him was pride. You were very, very proud to see him bloom and blossom into the cricketer that he's already become. And that's what Shriram Capital TNPL has done for so many cricketers. A pathway to knock on higher doors of cricket. And a proven pathway too.
It's been good so far from Rahil Shah. Just the 3 from the over. Well, slightly quicker through the air. This start off with 91, 92, but this time slightly slower. Easily played to the back foot. 10 gone. 80 for 3.
SKM Salem Spartans have done very well to challenge the Madurai Panthers. The start was good, but the bowlers have managed to restrict the flow of runs. Last 18 balls have cost only 14. Siddharth Mahadevan clears mid-wicket. Just as we were saying how well the SKM Salem Spartans bowlers have done, Siddharth Mahadevan breaks the shackles with that flat hit over mid-wicket. And it's an opportune moment to welcome to the commentary box Shibani Bhaskar, as Siddharth Mahadevan also welcomes her with this wonderful six.
Thank you so much, Nishad. Good evening. Good evening to all. Yeah, 72 meters long. Great hit.
Onto the back foot. The dot ball, and it was around 51 for 1 after 5, Shibani, and then the bowlers have done well. What have they done right?
They've kept it tight. They've also slowed it down a touch.
Once again sweeps it over mid-wicket. This time it goes even further. Mahadevan getting into the act.
It's in his arc. It's tossed up. Good stride forward, and he's picking it from outside off stump, but committing to the shot, and that's the key for the timing and the distance. Each six bigger than the previous one.
Once again, Shibani, just seeing an off-spinner being taken on, and we know that in these times, the off-spinners as a breed are being challenged in T20 cricket.
Yeah, they were circumspect against him in the first over against Hari Nishant, both the right and left-handers. But now, he sized him up as Mahadevan. He's making the most of it. Small check of the ball, given back to the bowler. Persisting with the diagonal round the stumps.
Gets a single off the next ball, and yes, they've lost a few wickets. Chaturved in particular, the big scalp Ram Kumar gave them a good start. And talking about the SKM Salem Spartans coach, he would have been happy with that phase that they had, but they really need to extend it, maintain that consistency.
Even in the previous game, they scored 152. And they ensured that they dragged it out till the 17th over. Didn't make it easy for their opposition. They bowled well, fielded well, really put in that effort to try to win that game. They have fought with the ball.
It's wonderful to have all our friends at the TNCA in attendance as well. A very hard-working team. They really put in a lot of dedication, and this has been a hallmark really of this tournament right since the year 2016 when it was first held across 3 venues: Chennai, Dindigul, here in Natham, and of course Tirunelveli.
A lot of hard work goes on behind the scenes. 10th season, as you mentioned. One of the first state leagues in India.
Hari Nishant has recovered well after being hit for a couple of sixes, concedes only 3 runs after that. 11 gone, 95 for 3. Rahul Shah is back. Was very good in his first over. And Siddharth Mahadevan knocks it around for a single. And there's something that happened in the previous over. The umpires were not quite happy with the fielders.
You must keep the ball up so the ball doesn't get scuffed up, doesn't become old sooner. So if you're in the inner circle, you shouldn't throw the ball on the bounce unless it is a run-out opportunity.
He's lofted that over covers, and it's... Oh, he's dropped it. He had done well to get to it, and it just seemed to pop out when he hit the ground. It was Vivek Raj at sweeper.
When the elbows hit the ground, many a time we see the ball pop out. Most important part of the dive. We saw Vivek Raj take a good catch earlier in the game, but this one he wasn't able to hold on to. And the elbows just losing his grip on the ball.
It just seemed to pop out actually even before the elbows hit the ground.
Almost as if he was preparing for them hitting the ground. It can be difficult under lights to pick it up, but he took a brilliant catch to dismiss NS Chaturvedi in the power play with the back pedal.
Atik just managing to knock it around, and as we remember, played a critical hand in the last run chase as well. Got a quick fire 25 in the slog overs.
He's an important player for the Madurai Panthers. Can be explosive towards the end.
It's another good over by the veteran. Really showing what he can do. Only 5 of that. The 100 is up for the Madurai Panthers and 12 overs are done. That statistic really tells you how well the SKM Salem Spartan bowlers have done, haven't they?
Absolutely. Really slowed it down after the power play.
He's gone off the back foot and he's played it very well. Picked the gap to perfection. That 4 has worked magic like Shriram working capital loan because the placement was magical.
A great forcing shot off the back foot. Nice and deep. And then he could control where he wanted to hit it. Bisecting that deep field to perfection. 6 options, bowling options used by the SKM Salem Spartans. Ajit Ram bowled in the power play, and that's why his economy has been kind of high. Karthik Manigandan, Hari Nishant, Rahul Shah outside the power play were brilliant. They've gone with spin to win, the SKM Salem Spartans.
Also, it's such a great opportunity for Siddharth Mahadevan coming into this tournament after so many years. Of course, he changed his name. We knew him as Bharat Shankar. Had scored a century way back in 2017. Now just a couple of steps away from a half century. Meanwhile, Atik faces Ajit Ram. And Atik takes him on. It's a slog over long gone, and that's gone a long way.
He's been biding his time as Atikur Rahman. He gets across quickly, stays balanced and completes it smoothly. That's the best a man can get. Timing, power, he is a pocket rocket.
Long 80-meter hit. Yes, you're right, pocket rocket. We've already seen what Rocket Raheja can do. Now we've got the pocket rocket of the Madurai Panthers also showing that he can pack a punch.
We haven't seen him in full flow just yet this tournament, Atikur Rahman. But he is one to play some scintillating shots.
Waits on that one and has cut it. Moves to 49. And just looking at what Siddharth Mahadevan has done. Coming back, looking at the statistics after 2018. Scored a half century in his last match back then. Now, after so many years, once again making a comeback. Last ball of the over. They scamper across and they get there safely. In fact, they'll get 2. That should have been stopped. They can't leak runs. Would have been a good end to the over, but it's not. 115 for 3. Rahil Shah into the act yet again. 50 for Siddharth Mahadevan. And it's an innings that he will savor because it's come after a long time.
Last ball of the previous over. The single was on, but look at Siddharth Mahadevan. He hasn't gone far past the crease, and that is a key to pick up 2s and 3s. So important to not run past the crease as much as possible.
Oh, that's fantastic work by Rahil Shah. And umpire Sadashiv Iyer is going to go for an IOB referral.
TV umpire to director. We have an umpire review for run out at the bowler's end. Can you get me the try split, please? Yes. Happy the batter is grounded. I'm ready with my decision for the big screen.
Good work all round. The bowler doing well, the batter putting in that much needed dive. Once again, a shy at the stumps, he misses. That could have been close. You were just focusing on the running between the wickets of the last ball of the previous over. Look at this one now.
And also take note, Rahul Shah bowls left-handed, but the throw came in from his right hand. Brilliant. The veteran Rahul Shah keeps throwing up surprises.
Cut off the back foot yet again, and Shibani, just seeing the way Atiq plays, sometimes it just looks as if he isn't using his feet a lot. Can you tell us a bit about that?
We'll come to that. Rahul Shah, just a repeatable action. Not too many moving parts. Darts that one in.
Once again, that action, beautiful. Left arm spin. It's an art, really. We've seen some wonderful actions over the years, of course. Well balanced by the looks of things.
It gives it a tweak. The most important thing, that it's repeatable.
Is it in the gap? Beats long gone for a 4. Spoils Rahil Shah's figures a touch. 14 gone, 122 for 3. A stable partnership, you would say, Shabani, and Siddharth Mahadevan doing bulk of the scoring.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been out there for longer, so he's just continuing. Absolutely brilliant half century from Siddharth Mahadevan. They've been put into bat first. They got off to a flyer thanks to Ram Kumar. It was a good partnership with him. A new bowler now for the SKM Salem Spartans, Vivek, into the attack. Seeing him with ball in hand for the first time this season.
Oh, looks a little wrong-footed. Interesting action.
He can be very effective. He hits a big ball, does Vivek. Also can be a handy bowler. Good all-rounder.
Siddharth Mahadevan still holding fort for the Madurai Panthers. Pulls that, stands tall in the gap. He just loves that area. What a 4. So well planned, like Shriram's life insurance plans.
Dug in short by Vivek, and he was ready for it, was Mahadevan. Well in control in front of square. Sat up a touch. He's already scored over 50 runs. He's seeing the ball well. Easy pickings.
waits on that one, but it's straight to point. Siddharth Mahadevan really fantastic today, but this was earlier. Let's have a look at the Boost Milkshake high energy moments. Boost Milkshake is the new secret of my energy. It is built for everyday stamina and energy. So what are you waiting for? Go and try it now. Pulls it yet again in the same area. What's about cow corner that Siddharth Mahadevan loves to go there?
And they pulled the fielder straighter, Karthik Manigandan. He was at deep mid-wicket. They pulled him to cow corner and still he finds the gap. Enough power and precision in placement. Fabulous.
Shivani, he did play a very good shot of the spinner in that area, now of the fast bowlers. And let's have a look at what he's done overall.
He's been brilliant. He's been aggressive from the get-go. 5 4s and 3 6s. And he's also seen them through the difficult period after the power play. Slightly quiet because the SKM Salem Spartans bowlers were good. But he bided his time and reaping rewards.
And just to look at what he had done earlier with the way he has gone all along, the IOB analysis presents the wagon wheel.
A couple of 6s on the leg side and 4s all around.
Just gets a hand at cover, the captain, and a single to finish. The platform is set, 15 overs gone, 131 for 3.
The stage is set for Madurai Panthers to amp up things in the last 5 thanks to that little bit of blitz from Siddharth Mahadevan. Even as there is a double change in the com box. This is Arun Venugopal and alongside me is Charu Sharma looking suitably refreshed after his dinner.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a nice dinner, but we've had a long day. Went to the Rameshwaram temple thanks to the TNCA. Oh, got him!
And that's Rahil Shah. Quintessential Rahil Shah. Well, he will need a Gillette clean shave or two, but he's not going to mind cleaning up Siddharth Mahadevan, the danger man on that occasion. Flat and furious.
Well, let's go on with that. He found that sweet spot in terms of length and line that every cricketer searches for. These lefty orthodoxes are so, well, accurate anyway. Siddharth, a fine 60, not a match-winning one yet. 131 for 4.
P. Saravanan has got a handsome strike rate for sure. We'll need to put that into effect today. Full toss, served it up to Saravanan. Thank you, says the new batter. Dispatches it into the branches. A maximum to kickstart things.
It was Saravanan and Gurjapneet who won them that first match with a terrific stand late in the innings. And Saravanan is threatening to do that once again. A rare bad delivery from Rahil Shah, and especially the first one to a new batsman. Was he trying to york him? I'm not sure. It was slightly quicker for sure, and it just went completely wrong for him. However, it takes a bit of skill to come right in as we go back to that wicket. A big slog sweep, played it too soon, paid the penalty.
There was a hint of turn as well, in addition to the sweet spot you were mentioning. Good bit of length and line. This time goes for the slog sweep, deep mid wicket. Will cut it down to 2. In fact, 1, I beg your pardon. And Mohammad is a smart out cricketer.
He's a good fielder for sure. But I think made the mistake of thinking, was it Saravanan, made the mistake of thinking that that's going to be 4. And they ran the first one without any real commitment. Missed out on the second. And T20 is a game of 1 run here, 1 run there.
And if there's someone who understands angles well, that's Rahil Shah, maneuvering the field around. But this time, Atikur Rahman has spent long enough at the crease to know which fielders to target.
And also, of course, it wasn't a gap. It's the longer part of the field. The 2 was always on. If you hit the gap right in the middle, bisect it.
Tossed it up on this occasion. Long off, however, is straightish enough to curtail it to a single. Rahil Shah has been mighty impressive, and how they've used this roulette of spinners has also distinguished their approach from the previous games.
They've been very tight, Rahil particularly.
Swats it over. Wide long on it, crosses the comb box, and then some. 16 off it, 147 for 4. Quite a few high rises there for the Madurai Panthers. The things seemed to meander a bit for them after the power play, but then it was initially Siddharth Mahadevan who took the attack by the scruff of their neck, and then now Saravanan has made an impact instantly. Rahil Shah's over by over breakup.
Yeah, nothing till his 3rd over. I think he gave only 15 and then just got maybe a little tired, maybe a little greedy. The first one was a full toss, went for 6. And that was a drag down. And Sarvanan's got a lot of strength, great bat speed, 2 6s in the over, spoils his analysis. But overall, Rahil bowled really well. And of course, that signature thing of his going through his beard, showing the white beard when he took the wicket. That's classic.
Swats it over wide long off on this occasion. Atikur Rahman joins the party. The head remains still, solid, stable base, and maximum impact to welcome back Mohammad.
And when a batter is timing it this well, that's about the best a man can get. Yeah, it was a scramble seam, an attempted slower delivery, and he really latched into that. How many times have we said that these off drives, lofted off drives, particularly towards extra cover, are special? You can't bludgeon it only. You've got to find fabulous timing, which is what Atiq did.
Mohammad needs to be a touch careful with his slow deliveries. He's acquired a reputation for bowling them with precision, but has also become predictable. He ought to be a happy man, or not. You can never really tell with Mr. Shanmugam. The balls per 50 break up. They've rediscovered their mojo as they surpassed the 150 mark.
Yeah, 4 overs almost to go. That's 24, actually 22 deliveries, and ordinarily with 6 wickets in hand and both these guys going well, although Saravanan has just come in, I think you'd expect maybe 40 runs.
At the very least, Charu, given the vein of form Saravanan seems to be in.
Yeah, but you know, these are the death overs, and very soon he will continue to keep going for broke, as he did this time, slow bouncer. And it presents its own set of dangers, because you'll hit a 6 or 2, but you can pop it up in the air as well. And it's up to the team. I'd mentioned it right at the start of the game with Nishad that take your catches. They've dropped one earlier on, can't drop any more.
Slaps it over. Deep square on that occasion. Not a great deal of catching from the crowd as well. The second maximum. Saravanan is in sterling form.
Well, he's taken only one single. but has hit 3 maximums. That's his role here, and he plays that to perfection. Wait till Gurjapneet comes in. If he does, then that duo might work very well to take them to a winning score. Because the problem, of course, with Salem is that they haven't really got the runs together. They bowl tightly on occasion, except on that one. But if the score's anywhere around 190, 195, even close to 200, Salem are going to find it pretty uphill.
Good point you make, especially because the patient Gurjapneet capable of giving the ball a good donk. This time overcompensates, but the bowler will have the last laugh. No nerves there as the catch was held by Karthik Manigandan straight down his throat, and Sarvanan's breezy little cameo comes to an end.
Well, I don't want to say I told you so, but hitting the ball in the air comes with dangers. 5 outfielders, and unfortunately he found one straight down his throat. So Mohammad can rejoice, and unfortunately Sarwan will play no more part. But a nice breezy 19, 160 now for 5.
Gurjapneet Singh, who had the honor of striking the winning runs on each of his team's victories, is now at the crease because of Sarvanan's departure here. A good change in line from Mohammad.
It was full. It deserved the shot. I think he was going a little further in front of square, but he caught it just a shade late. He caught it really well, mind you, and went straight to the backward point.
Gurjapneet does not waste his time with a sighter or two. Swats it over wide long on. 166 for 5. Two towering skyscrapers have also yielded a wicket apiece. However, the Madurai Panthers will not mind matters all that much should they keep marching on just like that. Boya Murray has a return spell, was a touch expensive in his first couple of overs.
He was the first to strike, good for him. But wouldn't it have been great to see Gurjapneet and Sarvanan in action together? Just picked it up from length, slightly slower delivery, long levers, big 6 for Gurjapneet. Now, they need to be playing a part here. 3 overs to go. Atiq should stay all the way till the end, and Gurjapneet should keep going for the team.
35 have come off the last 2 overs, so Team Spartans would want to staunch the bleeding just a touch. Going off pace is one way to do it.
Now the bad news is that the leg side is a little shorter than the offside. There is a long on and deep mid wicket because Gurjapneet will keep trying to pound that area with the big 6s, and Boya Murray will have to be a little careful because he's bowling his pace off deliveries. Gurjapneet may anticipate that.
Good on him to keep the ball around the 5th and the 6th stump. Certainly not for the faint-hearted as some of the thrillers that we are seeing, but Kaveri Hospital, don't worry, are there for every bit of medical emergency. All you need to do is dial 4000 and 6000, except for broken hearts. Should you happen to support one team or the other, there is a competent group of personnel to mend everything else. This time Gurjapneet goes high, but not long enough. Holds out to Vivek Raj, who snares his 2nd catch of the evening. The wickets are coming in clusters at the moment.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Another pace-off delivery, just 108, about the speed of a spinner. And Gurjapneet had already played his shot, eventually had to reach for it, didn't get the sweet part of the bat, and the big man also returns. Almost a case of 6 and out, really, for Gurjapneet. But he'll come back with the ball, surely. 6 for him, 167 for 6 now.
Rajalingam is the new batter. Just missing his line on that occasion. Could slither away to the fence. A costly bit of laps. 5 wides there. And not the start Poya Muri or his captain would have hoped for.
Yeah, that was poor, because I keep saying the first delivery to a new batsman, you got to work really hard to bowl it in a wicket-taking area. And all of a sudden, even though he didn't touch it, as we go back to Gurjapneet, stretching for that one, not connecting it well. A simple catch taken Aussie style. Couldn't have missed that, although they have missed one in that area earlier on.
What a slap! Just past the bowler. Rajalingam announces his arrival in style. Sharp lines, clean finish, and ready for another big performance, just like Gillette.
Well, he took a couple of steps to the offside. Those trigger movements helped him connect. I think he anticipated that the ball would continue to be outside off. And these big boys, the fast bowlers, they can donk the ball really hard. I'm sure Poya Murray will be pretty happy he didn't get a hand to it.
Goes pace off at the moment. They look for 2. No, the throw is good enough. I just wonder why Poya Murray departed from his tried and tested slower options, went pace on to Rajalingam of the first delivery he faced, which went for 5 wides. And then Rajalingam could line him up because of the shorter leg side boundary from this end.
They could have taken 2. I think Atiq fancies the fact that he's obviously a much higher rated batsman, and will try and take a single now just to keep strike, is my guess. Unless it's a really bad ball.
This time, donks it over deep mid-wicket. Another maximum to cap off the over. 17 off it, 183 for 6. Two overs to spare. Madurai Panthers are looking primed for a score in excess of 200.
Mohammad's family is in the park. Well, he's a wonderful outfielder and has bowled reasonably well today. 3 overs, 1 for 39. But he gave a few too many. Now, last ball, too short. No pace. It sat up. And I don't think he connected it really well, Atiq, but still a handsome 6 over mid-wicket.
What he did particularly well was to park himself deep inside the crease. And the pitch is good enough for shots such as those. Vivek will bowl his second over round the stumps. Once again, muscles it over the bowler's head. Always a safe, productive option. And he begins the over much like how he did the previous time around.
I don't know where he was trying to go with that shot. Perhaps more leg side. Comes across onto the off, and the shape was going leg side, but he was a little late on it. and yet so much bat, so much strength that it went over the bowler before. A bit of a slice there.
This time opens a bat face. Will not be in any trouble whatsoever. They will take the second run. Rahil Shah is an ambidextrous. A customer bowls left arm but throws with his right hand.
How about that? Well, there was a hesitation for the second. I think Atiq fancied himself, saying, why don't I take the strike because I'm batting on 39. 50 there waiting for him. But eventually they decided that the second was so on. Let's take it anyway. And then Rajalingam, coming to the danger end, had to motor a bit.
The SKM Salem Spartans have conceded quite a few, in excess of 50 in the last 3 overs. The IOB buggy cam, again offering a very different perspective of the goings on in the field. Little tweaks to the field angles. Much better length again, going for the block hole, not giving Rajalingam any possibility of getting underneath.
Yeah, you bowl right arm round the wicket. That's the ball to go, particularly at the death. However, third man was in, so had he connected a bit, it might have flown over him. Best to take third man deep and get the point fielder a little closer.
Bowled it with a much shorter run up on this occasion. Catch it is the call. They will not scamper home for a second run on this occasion. He's nailing the lengths all right.
Another good delivery. Pace off, just 102. And therefore throwing Rajalingam off his timing. Now that's the smaller part of the field, shorter. And no question of a second there, especially when the ball comes to a fielder on the bounce. Makes it so much easier to collect and to throw, which he did very well.
What's Atiq going to do? He will target the leg side for sure. He's gone high. Not all that mighty. Long ons underneath it. Makes no mistake. It's a very safe catch. Looks like Nidish Rajagopal is the one that's pouched the catch.
Yeah, slices away. The bat turned a bit, outside half. I suppose the hit was on considering the stage of the game. But Atiq, who was marshalling, who was anchoring, is now gone at 39. 190 for 7.
Deepesh Devendran, a second generation cricketer, is capable of giving the ball a mighty thwack. He's here because of this.
Yeah, once again going for the slog sweep. No connection, slower delivery.
Deepesh tries to hoik it into the orbit. Doesn't get enough of a connection. Good over in the context of the match. 191 for 7. One more over left and the Madurai Panthers would desperately want to propel their score beyond the 200 threshold. Poyamuri has had an impressive return spell despite conceding runs. This was the last wicket to fall. Atiqur Rahman not able to clear long on. Here we go, the last over. Slow delivery, almost chops it back onto his stumps. The keeper did well, Kevin. to cover the ball with the second line of defense. And that's Yuvraj Parthasarthi of the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association.
Well, he's taking the company of our young friend who is our YouTube representative. Remember, we're on YouTube, and you can hear commentary in English, Hindi or Tamil. Take your pick. We're delighted to be on this new format. I think I had a little chat with him. He's delighted too with what the TNPL is producing on YouTube. So, well done.
Nicely bowled there from Poyamuri, keeping it out of Rajalingam's hitting arc. Slow enough and also just about inside the tram line.
There's a suggestion that there was no bounce. Of course, he bowls a little round arm that Poyamuri. And Rajalingam head up in the air looking for the big six. Missed it completely. Focus on the ball. All right, Rajalingam. See the ball. Watch the ball.
Very well bowled yet again. This one was dipping. Another slower delivery, and these dipping deliveries can make life a lot more difficult than it seems.
Yeah, moved across to the off. Knew it would be that side. He did that well and just swung too quickly on that relatively slow delivery. Only 3 left now. There's still 192. Time enough to get past that 200, even though it may be just psychological.
Well, Charu, at the moment, he's telegraphing his intent. Cutter after cutter. Oh, this time he misses his length. Everyone seemed a touch surprised, including the batter. And they're going to go for an IOB DRS referral.
I agree with that. That was certainly over the waist for me. I've been a little surprised that people haven't gone for these reviews, but here we are with an IOB DRS for waist high no ball.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for a waist high, no ball not given on field. I checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can you get me the side on angle, please? The ball is dipping. Can you confirm this with graphics, please? The batter name is Rajalingam. Yes, it's a fair delivery. Here you can, on screen, you can signal fair delivery.
And that's a referral bird, but they will not complain. Neither will Poyamuri. Very well bowled. This has been a most productive last over for the fielding side. Poyamuri turning on the screws. The coach is impressed.
Well, that's ridiculously good by the bowler. Full, wide outside off. Ideal death delivery. And I'm afraid neither Rajalingam nor Deepesh up to it.
Well, he's again stationed himself deep inside the crease. Last delivery here. Oh, this time he bluffs the batter, goes for the short one. Chance of a run out, but they will not hazard a throw. There is a wide, however, a bit of an anticlimax. Poyamuri will have to reload that.
And at 195, every opportunity for crossing the 200 mark. And I say once again, it's only psychological. I mean, 198, for heaven's sake, is just as good as 201. But we all like these landmarks, don't we? Okay, have they taken a review? No, have they? That was certainly over the head, but what do I know? I mean, we'll see the IOB DRS and we'll find out whether that was a legitimately called wide.
White ball. Looks like the ball is passing above the head. The batter name is Deepesh. Can you get the graphics, please? It's a wide delivery. Going back to higher on field. So you can signal wide ball.
One of the easier decisions for the TV umpire, who merely had to exercise his vocal cords to relay what was the obvious. Right. Last ball coming up once again. Very, very well bowled. And the keeper Kavin does to rest. Running out Deepesh Devendran as the Madurai Panthers finished 5 runs shy of the 200 mark. An excellent last over, just 4 runs coming off it.
Without question, what a comeback from Poyamori. Took a wicket also in the death overs. 2 for 39, a little expensive to begin with. But I hesitate from suggesting that that was a poor show by Deepesh and Rajalingam. They're not in the team to win new matches with the bat. But both of them will get opportunity to come back and try and win the match with the ball, because they now have 195 to protect. And the way they're going, I think the coach is pretty happy with what his wards have done. Though I feel they were a little loose to begin with, but they came back well without doubt.
There's not a lot of profligacy on display in the last 5, just 64 for the loss of 5 wickets, given how they were perched at the end of 15. You might have thought they would have gone in excess of 220, but the Spartans have done well to pull them back. They began rather well, with Ram Kumar leading their charge in the power play, followed soon by Siddharth Mahadevan, even as he was losing wickets at the other end, with the captain Anirudh and the former captain Chaturved departing in quick succession. Atikur Rahman joined hands to produce another polished effort. Saravanan donked a few, offered the evening's entertainment.
Who's the standout? Vivek bowled reasonably well, but I do think that Rahil Shah for 3 overs bowled really well, and eventually also gave only 7.8. Karthik too doing fairly well, 1 for 23, but he didn't bowl his full quota. The medium pacers were a touch expensive, even though Poyamori came back well.
It was a trial by spin for the Madurai Panthers.
அதுக்கு ஒரு ரெக்கார்ட் சேஸுக்கு அப்புறம் உங்கள் டீம் இங்கே வருது. மூட் இந்த கேம்ப் எப்படி இருக்கு?
ரொம்ப பாசிட்டிவாக இருக்குது. எல்லோரும் நல்லா பாசிட்டிவாக இருக்காங்க. அந்த ஒரு சேஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் எந்த டீம் இருந்தாலும் யார் இருந்தாலும் அந்த ஒரு 240 சேஸ் பண்ணும்போது ஒரு அந்த மாதிரி இன்டென்ட் வந்து யாருக்கும் இருக்குது. எல்லா டீமுக்கும் அந்த இன்டென்ட் இருக்கும். பட் அந்த டீம் சேஸ் பண்ணும்போது இன்னும் இன்டென்ட் அதிகமாகும். பாசிட்டிவ் எல்லாம் மாறும் டீம்லேயே. இந்த நெகட்டிவ்ஸே கொஞ்சம் கம்மியாக அந்த மாதிரி ஃபீல் இருந்துச்சு. ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியாக இருந்தாங்க எல்லாரும், ரொம்ப ஹாப்பி.
ஃபேண்டாஸ்டிக். ஒரு கேம்லேயும் ஒருத்தர் வந்து ஸ்டெப் அப் பண்ணி விளையாண்டுருக்காங்க. இன்றைக்கி சித்தார்த் மகாதேவன் ஆகட்டும், இதற்கு முன்னாடி உங்கள் கேப்டன், அதற்கு முன்னாடி குர்ஜப்னீத் பி சரவணன், இன்றைக்கி நீங்களும் ஒரு நல்ல இன்னிங்ஸை வந்து இங்கே கொடுத்தீங்க. உங்களோட ரோல் என்னவா இருந்திருக்கு?
ஆக்சுவலி கேபினா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, என் ரோல் வந்து ஃபஸ்ட் டேவே சொல்லிட்டாரு, நீ வந்து பின்னாடி போகிற மச்சான், மேட்ச் ஃபினிஷிங் ரோல் தான் நீ ஆட போகிற, எந்த மேட்சாக இருந்தாலும். ஸோ அதுக்கு நீ ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ண போதும் மச்சான், வேறு எதுவுமே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ரொம்ப கிளியராக ஓப்பனாக சொல்லிட்டாரு.
வேறு ஒன்றுமே இல்லை மச்சான் அப்படின்ட்டு
ஒரே வார்த்தை சொல்லி முடிச்சிட்டாரு. ஸோ அது நான் மைண்டில் வச்சுக்கிட்டு அது கேம் தான் ஆடிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
அண்ட் இன்ஃபேக்ட் இன்றைக்கி வந்து நம்ம பார்த்தோம், பவர் பிளேக்கு அப்புறம் வந்து ஸ்பின்னர்ஸ் வந்து கொஞ்சம் டைட்டாக போட்ட மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. அண்ட் பேசர்ஸ் வந்து ஸ்லோவர் பால்ஸ் போட்ட மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. நீங்கள் உங்களோட பவுலர்ஸ்க்கு என்ன சொல்லுவீங்க செகண்ட் இன்னிங்ஸில் வரும்போது?
விக்கெட் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்டிக் ஆன் தான் இருக்குது. விக்கெட் கொஞ்சம் லைட்டாக திரும்ப செய்யுது. ஸோ நல்ல பவுலர்ஸ் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் ஒரு லைன் டைட்டாக போட்டால் மட்டும் போதும். தேவையில்லாமல் ட்ரை பண்ணாமல் நம்ம போன அந்த பிளானுக்கு போட்டாலே நம்ம வந்து கண்டிப்பாக நல்லா டிஃபெண்ட் பண்ணிடலாம் ஈஸியாக அந்த ஸ்கோர்.
தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ஃபார் ஜாயினிங் அண்ட் குட் லக்.
தேங்க்யூ.
Okay, just mentioning that the pitch does tend to hold on a bit. Right, SKM Salem Spartans will have to chase down 196 for their first win of the competition. Would they do it? Join us after a short break for the chase.
The Madurai Panthers, 195 for 8 is what they managed it in the allotted 20 overs. At one stage, it looked like they'd easily go past the 210 mark. The Salem Spartans said not to be. Despite Atik's 39 of 27, which was very handy, and a very good start by Ramkumar and S. Mahadevan. Momentum was stolen with some lovely slower deliveries by Poyamuri. Terrific shots in the beginning. Just the perfect start for the men in blue Madurai Panthers. While this partnership was on, which lasted for 50 runs, the correct opening stand that you want. Everything was authoritative and agonizingly painful for the bowlers before one miscued shot brought the end of a very successful innings thus far for Ram Kumar. And then the catching was absolutely magnificent throughout. Semblance of a partnership before skipper decided to run for a single which just wasn't there. Absolutely wonderful. Captain playing his 50th game there. Abhishek has played his part indeed. The middle overs is where they had to attack a little more. Mahadevan, who assumed responsibility, got to a half century. But thereafter, Rahil Shah's class. No one could stand in front of it today. Then came Saravanan. And just when it felt like 200s once again on the cards, the slower deliveries started. And they worked wonders, Nishad.
It's been an innings where the Madurai Panthers will feel that they've got the runs on the board. And they will, of course, back themselves to defend this as the SKM Salem Spartans are still searching for their first win. Having said that, we also saw some good bowling performances. Poya Modi, although he conceded a few runs, you can say that he contributed. And Rahil Shah, well, age is just a number, isn't it? And also VS Karthik, who did not complete a spell, he did get that one wicket as well. So one can say that the backup bowlers to the new ball bowlers did their job in terms of pulling things back. Maybe backup is not the right word. They are main characters themselves.
There's just so many options, and Salem Spartans were able to use them accordingly as well with the ball in hand. Now with the bat in hand, the task is cut out. 196. If they get to that number, they get their first win in Shriram Capital TNPL this season.
And 3 men are critical. One of them on your screen right now. C. Hari Nishant, so experienced. Now KB Arun Karthik. He's obviously won a title with this team way back in 2018. Such an experienced player in the Indian domestic circuit. R. Kavin was also attacking in the last match. So this opening pair is critical. And Suhas, one has also got to believe that Nidish also needs to play a critical role. On the other side, Madurai Panthers, who have they got in their bowling lineup? Gurjapneet, the left armour, definitely one who can deliver. Dipesh Devendran, the young star who has totally impressed us with his pace and attitude. And the debutant today was a part of the Dindigul Dragons in 2023. But there he is on your screen walking out for his first match. Number 17, Rohan Bhutra. Wrong-footed, leg spinner, mystery bowler. Call him what you like.
So many variety is what you were looking for then. So many variations for Bhutra and so much of variety in the bowling lineup for the men in blue Madurai Panthers.
Did I just use too many words?
Nishad, I'll tell you what. He's been working really hard for this opportunity. Now it means the world for him to turn up in Madurai Panthers colours as well. Every time he's been given an opportunity, he has delivered. Time and again, he shows that he's ever improving, and the coach, KB Arun Karthik, loves him because he's such a quick learner. The impact player. Siddharth Mahadevan has played his part with the bat in hand, 60 odd, and P. Vignesh is all set. Or we'll call him Vicky.
Well, that's what he likes to call himself. You can see that name behind his jersey. But Gurjapneet, one player to really watch out for in this competition. 37 wickets in 34 matches. And one would look at him, he is an India prospect, no doubt about that. But what's also been impressive is his never say die attitude with the bat.
And on this surface, he's already seen what his counterparts are doing to be successful. So be prepared for lots of slower deliveries as well. But to begin with, He'd utilize that shine on the ball. A bit of pace. Slip in place. First ball. And right on the money, Gurjapneet with that angle.
Yes, gets right behind it, Kavin, and has defended it very well. Gurjapneet, such a smooth action. Shivani and I were just looking at the Madurai Panthers bowlers practicing today and warming up before the match, and it was fascinating to see them go through all their processes. Gurjapneet, just having a look at him from behind the wicketkeeper, the ball coming towards you, the action looks so good.
Misses his line. And Kavin swivels in style to start ticking. Such a smooth hit. Reminds me of Gillette for sure.
He's found that sweet spot every cricketer searches for. Now this is the best a man can get. What timing really. As you said, he just swiveled with the pull and has sent it all the way. It's just cleared the boundary. But with the fielders inside the circle, it was a safe shot, and that has forced a change to the field now, Suhas. As we can see from our commentary box window, the fine leg has come inside the circle, a little fine one would say, and Gurjapneet is adjusting the deep backward square leg. He's made it a little bit finer.
Once again, that line that continues to trouble the bowler more than the batter. Gurjapneet knows that. Kavin's getting runs without needing to work hard for them.
Yeah, this is a gift really. Yes, the fine leg was inside the circle. He got bat onto that one and it was only going to go one way. The result was going to be a 4. Crossing the boundary safe and sound like Shriram's fixed deposits.
Terrific start this for Kavin and Salem Spartans. They would love to gather more momentum. Gurjapneet under pressure. For the first time through the offside, and that also races away for 4, not for the lack of effort. Tried his level best, Rajalingam.
Oh my, he should have stopped that there, Suhas. As the tally of fantastic 4s goes to 293, should have stopped that. Should have. You've got to back your bowlers in such a run chase, isn't it? In fact, every time, in every match. But now that he's conceded a few boundaries, you need to stop those marginal ones.
Change an angle. And the IOB buggy cam is telling that we'll change the camera angle too to show you this wonderful sport from different vantage points. Kavin's first delivery, if you remember, was a solid front foot defense where he didn't commit completely into the defense that the coach would like, but all he did was try and gather what this surface was doing. After that, just helped the ball along its way whenever the line was poor, and now he's gone back to singles. Such measured batting in the power play.
He's already gotten 15 of this over, and it's been largely risk-free. Also, you've got to say one thing is that Kavin in that first match, when he was facing Diban, a little too tentative maybe because it's your first match of the season. Sometimes there are thoughts in your head, you want to feel the ball onto the bat, get off the mark, got out for a duck in that. But then we saw what he did in the last match, what he's capable of. But these starts need to be converted. And as we discussed, 3 players need to make it count for them. The SKM Salem Spartans still in search of their first win here.
Off the mark, Hari Nishant, and on strike as well for the next one. 16 come of the first over. Salem Spartans off to a good start. $16 for no loss.
The moment we were waiting for, Rohan Ravi Bhutra, a leg spinner who's been a net bowler with the Gujarat Titans, worked with the likes of Varun Chakravarti, has taken advice from Rashid Khan, has a very different action. We were looking at him during the warm-ups. Reminds you kind of Shival Kaushik, a right-handed version of Shival Kaushik, someone we saw in the IPL all those years ago.
Another Gujarat connection in terms of the IPL.
Yes, he played for Gujarat Lions back in 2016 and 2017. Hailing from Karnataka. Anyways, Ravi Butra, he's ready for a go.
Wrong-footed with the right length. Struck hard by Hari Nishant. Ravi Butra in the power play just tells you how much the captain trusts him to deliver.
Yes, and coming wide of the crease. And sometimes it's so difficult for the batters to pick off that action. Remember, Paul Adams as well was so difficult. Why was he difficult? Because it required the batters to not get distracted by what the bowler was doing, with the hands and legs going all over. Look at the head position as well.
Yeah, it does get some time. It does take some time to get used to. Having said that, I met Paul Adams recently in Hong Kong and spoke to him about Shivan Kaushik as well. He said this is an art form in itself. Bowling with the wrong foot. Don't call it the wrong foot.
No doubt about it. And it's such a rarity, really. One of the greats who did that in terms of fast bowling was Mike Proctor of South Africa. Played so many years of county cricket. Was a match referee as well later in international cricket. But when it comes to spinners, Paul Adams is a name that is foremost in our minds. But just having a look at what Rohan Bhutra has so far produced, look at the action, the way he comes in, and it's almost like a catapult, isn't it? Where he's just loading at the bowling crease, saving his energy there.
Very good analogy, Nishad. I'd love to see his release points as well. What does the batter see when Ravi Bhutra is coming in and bowling a little differently compared to all the others in terms of the sheer action?
Also the release. Was that a back of hand? It was so quick. We've got to see that again. Was that back of a hand or reverse back of a hand?
The variations are working. He started wonderfully well. So miserly. Now can he close it out well? It all depends on this one. And on-song Kavin has to keep quiet for a bit. Look how wide of the crease he comes. He's got to be careful with that back leg too. You got to get used to this action, and Ravi Bhutra has bowled a magical first over, 18 for no loss. One of Shriram Capital TNPL's stalwarts who went on to become stalwarts would be watching this game closely. Varun Chakravarti, who's also mentored Rohan Ravi Bhutra. Now the young D. Dipesh. Young but fiery. Young but fast. Young and intimidating.
Young and fearsome as well. Because he's got pace about him. And when there's pace, there's excitement. First ball. No! It's a good start. He didn't have the best of games the last time around, but remember, it was a high-scoring one. And look at the speed gun, 137.6 to start off.
When the ball's nice and new, Dipesh would love to utilize that extra yard of pace, because he sensed that on this surface, in his second spell, whenever he will come on to ball, slower deliveries will do the talking.
They've also got fiery bowling attack. This time he just takes the pace off that one. Kavin's dabbed that, and the range once again, 111 Sohas.
Yeah, the quicker you get, the slower delivery becomes a better friend. We're watching on YouTube, and he's tuned into English. You can enjoy in 3 different languages: English, Hindi, Tamil. Now the highest average speed seamers in TNPL 2026 this season, Dipesh 136.8. Yasaki Muthu not too far away. Sandeep Warrior, who generates 140 for fun, is bowled on an average 132.8. What has Dipesh tried to do here? This is the first ball that he's tried to keep away from the batter.
And once again, the pace 116, so he's just slowed it down. Maybe because the batters are facing. If you saw, Hari Nishant was already waiting on the back foot. The pace has sort of dropped. But let's see whether he will go for a quicker one now.
.135.2. Right on cue, Nishad. Where is that crystal ball that you're hiding? Predicting everything right today.
Well, the law of averages helps us sometimes. Having said that, Dipesh Devendran, obviously part of the India under-19 team, impressed there as well. And it's a credit to the Tamil Nadu systems, which has really produced quite a few impressive youngsters over the last few years.
Was waiting for that slower delivery and gently nudges it in the gap for 4. Didn't try to hit it hard one bit, Kevin. Lovely shot this, and I trust him to smack a 4 like that every time if it's in that region, just like Shriram Chits.
Yes, he's just gotten on top of that one, placed it very well, had a lot of time while playing that, as it was only 115.8. The young man, of course, will learn how to use that slower ball a lot more effectively. This time it hurries on to Kevin, but it's gone off the pad. They will come across for a single. Runs around a little bit, but he was safe. 3 overs gone, 25 for no loss, the SKM Salem Spartans.
Positive start for Salem Spartans. At the same time, they've thrown caution to the winds, especially with spinner Rohan Ravi Butra in operation. Very miserly in the first over, just 2. It takes a little bit of time to get used to his action. Mentored by the best in the business. Can't get that single.
Was that a chance? Did it go off the bat and into the wicketkeeper's gloves? Just looking at the IOB analysis in terms of how he releases the ball, you really need to get used to it. Just looks very different.
It's a lovely cluster that is made there. Didn't go for that throw. I thought he was set up nicely to go for that throw. Even if Hari Nishant would have made it, it's a statement sent to him that you have got to earn your runs. We're always lurking around as fielders.
This was how they got that single. And what would you think the batters are thinking at the moment? Just can remember the time, Suhas, when Ajanta Mendes had burst onto the scene in 2008, how difficult it was for the batters to pick him. Tries to sweep, but that's pitched outside. A shy at the stumps. The bowler was in fact in the way and line of the ball. Don't think the wicketkeeper had clear line of sight. Otherwise, Hari Nishant was struggling.
The keeper was not absorbed in the appeal, only the bowler. And then, by the time the bowler realized he was obscuring the stumps, it was too late. The keeper needed a better opportunity to 3 sticks. To throw at the 3 sticks there. It's turning out to be a wonderful over once again for Rohan Ravi Butra. And this is the first ball of the over. Was that an opportunity, Nishan? There was indeed that edge. Dear oh dear.
Wasn't just an edge, it just sounded as if it was the middle of the edge of the bat. Helps it along, taken at fine leg. It's a good catch by Gurjapneet. Kavin thought that he could just place it in that gap, but Gurjapneet is a tall man, gets there, outstretches his arms, and Rohan Bhutra has made an impact instantly. His first wicket in the Shriram Capital TNPL.
Very good pair of hands for Gurjapneet. Rohan Bhutra waits a little bit, but always was in the reckoning to pick up a wicket because he creates so many opportunities. 22 for Kavin, 27 for 1. Salem. $27 for 1. Time for another impact player. Rahil Shah, who's bowled wonderfully well today, has given way to Sunny Sandhu. Slip in place. Straight to the fielder. Successful over. Just 2 runs of it, 27 for 1. Kavin, 22 of 17, was batting well before some mystery was introduced into the attack. Got the better of him, Bhutra. Now Dipesh's turn. He can crank up the pace at the same time, bowl a good slower delivery.
This time though he strays down the leg side. 124 that way. Let's have a look at that wicket. Kavin batting well, thought he'll just help it along, and Gurjapneet has taken a good catch.
Great temperament after the first over as well. Captain trusted him to bowl another in the power play. It wasn't like he was testing waters. He belongs here. So does Hari Nishant, who got the room to play with. Gets his first boundary. It's a crucial 4 for his confidence, and be prepared for such crucial moments in life with Shriram Chits.
Use the pace of the bowler with the point region vacant. There was a fielder in the deep, but the way that he used the pace and timed it, he didn't have an opportunity. Now that Kavin has gone, the responsibility only increases on Hari Nishant. This is well done. Just tries to show a little bit of his footballing skills.
Fast bowler can do that, right? He has a longer follow through.
I've seen Mitchell Johnson effect a run out like that in a test match against New Zealand.
Hari Nishant, he's just got to be careful that when he uses that boot, the ball doesn't get caught under his leg. Happens sometimes, and that's when the ankle can hurt. Now Hari Nishant. No one front to the wicket. The shot was on. And that's hit the boundary cushion on the full.
There was a very good stylish flourish with that shot. He's played that before. He's done that in the previous match. Just having a look. May have just bounced inside. yes, it's a reminder for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch all the matches here at the Tamil Nadu Premier League.
Yeah, correction from that angle. I thought hit the boundary cushion on the full. One bounce, and yes, onto the play button.
Got lucky that Hari Nishant has hit it straight to the fielder. A meter or two either ways, it was 4.
Madurai at this stage were 50 for 1. Remember, the Madurai Panthers got a fabulous start indeed, thanks to Ram Kumar. Mahadevan played a great hand as well.
But also look at what has happened at the other end, Sohas. A bowler has bowled 2 overs and conceded only 3 runs, which means 33 have come off the rest of the deliveries.
Terrific comeback this by Dipesh. The options of Hari Nishant curtailed.
Yes, you don't give him that width to really let his arm swing through. He didn't have that option here, because when you allow him that opportunity to swing his arms, maybe off the back foot or even going down the ground, you see that he's got that flourish and that flair. So don't allow him that.
It's a great comeback indeed by young Dipesh. 9 runs have accumulated already in the over. Now it's all about closing it out in a proper manner for Dipesh. Field remains the same. Very cheeky and very well done. Hari Nishant walks outside off, creates that angle and thrives. 40 for 1 after 5.
For 1 with 1 over to go in the power play. SKM Salem Spartans in pursuit of 196. Change in bowling. Piece out of and into the attack. A second spinner being used here by Madurai Panthers in the power play. And a change in the commentary box too. Shivani Bhaskar here, and alongside me, a very warm welcome to Charu Sharma.
Thank you, Shibani. It's very warm outside, but the commentary box a little better prepared. Very cool, comfortable, and of course, great company. Thank you. Just a little behind at this point of time, and that might get worse. Backpedaling and comfortably taken. Sani Sandhu just trying to go big too early. I know it's power play, but unfortunately couldn't quite get the sweet part of the bat. He'll be very disappointed, Sani.
Dipesh Devendran with the catch. Piece out of and strikes. First ball. Absolutely brilliant. Sani Sandhu looking to make the most of the final over of the power play. It does not get past Dipesh Devendran and his backpedaling. Sani Sandhu goes for a silver duck, 40 for 2. Nidesh Rajagopal in at number 4 for the SKM Salem Spartans, closing in on 1,200 runs, but this is why he's in, Charu.
Yeah, I can't really fault Sunny because it was short, was there for the big hit, just didn't catch it too well. It happens when you come in and the first ball 2-3, try and hit it big. It's a 50-50 shot. Sometimes, of course, people come in and hit a 6 off the first ball, and at times, of course, pay the penalty for not catching it right. I still feel Sunny will be very disappointed. It had a big shot written on it, that ball, and of course coach Sarvanan. Shanmugan, stoic face for the moment, but I'm sure he's worried.
Sarvanan brought into the attack, immediately strikes. Good bowling changes. The spinners have been effective. S. Abhishek, R. Vivek, S. Harish Kumar, batters to come for the SKM Salem Spartans. Tight lines.
Let's just go back to that shot. And I know it might sound a little old-fashioned, but when you first come in, even if the ball's there to be hit, perhaps better hit with your hand rolling over it. Go for a boundary instead. If you pop it up, you never know. I know there are only two outfielders, but an infielder had the time to backpedal, but just played along the ground for the first 2 or 3 balls.
Pulled away, all along the ground as if on cue. What a four, so well planned, like Shriram's life insurance plans.
Yeah, Nidish must have heard me, because even that was short, coming in. Now he could have easily turned his bat to an angle that might have fetched him 6. But he did very well to just make sure that he deliberately played along the ground, even though there was a deep mid-wicket though, but had he mistimed it, you never know. Well played, Nidish.
Fine touch. And also, as you mentioned, in the power play, yes, he's just Sunny Sandhu, it was just his second ball, but also it's the power play, so many 4 options. Don't always have to go for this 6. A 6 comes more into play when all the fielders are out.
I think he was trying to hit it more up in the air, and he'll be very happy he didn't time that, because there was a deep mid-wicket waiting. 6 done, 48 for 2 in the power play.
Madurai scored 13 more runs than the SKM Salem Spartans in the power play, but this is how the red team's power play panned out. And Coven got off to a good start, 22 of 17 before he was dismissed. Putra in his debut game bowled sensationally. And Sunny Sandhu, before he opened his account, 48 for 2.
It's a good time to bring in Gurjapneet, because he was carted for, what, 16 in his first over, and the big man would have been a little chastised. But now we've got Nidish, who's a little new. Hari has been there for a while, striking at 121. And of course, 5 outfielders now.
Starts with a slower delivery, but Deepesh Devendran up to the task, also positioned quite fine.
Just a quick look at where the seamers have been for Madurai Panthers. Rajalingam, a much higher release than where's Gurjapneet? Yeah, on the other side. Well, it figures. He's a very tall man, about what, 6'5", 6?
And that's what the batters have to contend with. Periyasamy has a slingy action. He is also shorter than someone like Gurjapneet. So massive differences.
And of course, very wide too, both of them. Gurjapneet coming in from his over the wicket, quite wide, and so too Rajalingam. Deepesh closer, and of course Periyasamy very, very close though. Rather lower at 165. That's very low.
Started with 2 slower deliveries and then 134 clicks this one. Gurjapneet. Slightly different plans when he comes in after the power play.
One's emboldened to maybe even do more, because you have 5 outfielders and chances are that the opposition may not be able to get you away for too many runs. So just 3 singles in the over so far. Does have a deep backward square, a deep mid wicket, and a long one on the leg side.
4 singles so far. Been tight from Gurjapneet. The required run rate now up to 10.8. They're going at 7.8. The IOB buggy cam gives us a different vantage point.
And makes us appreciate the green of the grass. Not that we can't do it from other angles, but this one's good. Most bowlers who bowl the 7th are just naturally fortunate because that's the slowest over or the lowest over in terms of runs.
That was quick. Into the left-hander.
There's just a natural process of shutting a few windows and making sure you don't lose a wicket in the 7th. You know there are 5 outfielders, and that motor memory or muscle memory of hitting the big shots just tends to be parked for a while. That's going down leg. And almost always 7th is a consolidation over. So whichever decent bowler bowls the 7th, you can't have an occasional bowler bowl, usually bowls it pretty tight or as in frugally.
Timing, placement, and power. That's Gillette Guard, 3-in-1 batting at the end of the 7th. It's 57 for 2. Last ball the previous over, Charu. Stylish, to say the least.
That's a very special shot. The ball was actually coming in and was less suitable for the cut. But he played it late, didn't try and overhit it. Sweet timing.
Shoaib Khan into the attack for the Madurai Panthers. Third spinner introduced here. Head coach of the SKM Salem Spartans, Shanmugam. He's been animated. Not one to keep his emotions in check. Wears his heart on his sleeve.
Well, he's got a tough heart, that's for sure. Team not doing too well. Always tough on the coach as well. There's so much hard work that goes on behind the scenes, and if it's not executed on the field, you tend to get a little animated at times. At times you start giving up. But for the moment, he's still in the game, he thinks.
They've bowled well in patches today, but bowled well in their previous game, just defending 152. To pull it till a 17th over. Fires that one in, Shoaib.
Yeah, conventional thinking, lefty in, try and get a couple of overs off the off spinner. For the moment it's worked for them. He's bowling it reasonably quick but accurate, that's the main thing.
This one slightly tossed up, played into space, but it'll just be the one. Sweeper cover. Quick across the turf.
And a great throw right over the bails. That's also important because the batsmen tend to notice that. Of course, they may know in advance as well, and tend not to take liberties with those who can fire it in and accurately.
Goes for the big hit. Deep mid-wicket, getting under it, positioning himself, and even with the slip, does not allow the ball to slip out of his hands. Shoaib is rewarded with the wicket off the last ball of the over. And a third one goes down for SKM Salem Spartans.
A very good catch, well judged. The ball moving just a little away from the lefty and trying to hit against the spin is always fraught with a little bit of danger. Also, the longer part of the park is about 3-4 yards in. As you mentioned, despite the slip, he ensured that he had the ball firmly in grasp. Nishant, well, he was shaping up well, goes for 21. 3 down now. Salem, 61 for 3.
Skipper Abhishek of the SKM Salem Spartans walks out to bat in his 50th Shriram Capital TNPL game, closing in on 600 runs, but this is why he's in.
Yeah, against the spin. And he caught plenty of it, mind you, but more height than distance, and paid the penalty. Not the sweetest part of the bat, I suspect. Now back to Abhi, 50th match. And wouldn't it be great if he can get a 50? He hasn't had that before on his 50th.
He'll start at the non-strikers, and because it was the final ball of the over, now P. Vignesh, impact player into the attack, starts with an extra.
Poor delivery, Vignesh, first up. Need to establish who's boss.
Well fielded. Point was tight on the batter. You can see almost 10 paces in from the inner circle.
Now that's a tough position to be in. Of course, we've got a spinner, which is why you can afford to be about 5-7 paces in. But he did very well, Shoaib. And, almost creating an opportunity, but did very well to get his body behind the line. Saved 4.
Almost. An extremely difficult opportunity because it came off the face of Nidesh's bat.
Yeah, I think it deviated too much. That was off to the thigh. So did very well to extend his left foot and prevent some runs. But no way that was going to be caught unless off the ricochet. His eyes went off. Good delivery, and that clever ploy to finesse it didn't work for Nidesh.
Very well done behind the stumps to bring up his leg. We've seen MS Dhoni do it successfully, and now Ram Kumar too. Different tricks of the trade.
I wonder if he actually did that once there was an edge. I think he wouldn't possibly have had the time to do that. But it looked very clever, without doubt. What would have been cleverer is, had the ball somehow ricocheted and landed in a position where he could have caught it.
Abhishek facing his first ball. Gets off the mark straight away.
Only 49 to go. We'll see. But always nice to hit the ball middle of the bat. First ball you face. And that certainly was. It sped to long off. I wonder what kind of a partnership this will be, because soon they'll start running out of time. And Nidesh has been there for a while. Does he continue to look for the big shot, or another over or two along the ground?
It's been a tight over so far. 131 runs to go. That means a required run rate close to 12 now. Last 30 balls have only yielded 38 runs.
Bring them early. Get them fond of the game. You never know. There's a star waiting. 3 wickets down. I think they've lost 1 too many, and which is why a little bit of cautious play continues.
Looking for the 2. They settle for the 1 to end the over. 66 for 3. 66 for 3 after 9. 130 runs to go for the SKM Salem Spartans for their first win of the season. Madurai Panthers scored 195 runs. Will they stay unbeaten at the end of this game? They're bowling well after the power play. They've continued being tight.
Very short to cut, beg your pardon, full to cut, but he very well moving away on the onside. Now let's just remind you where these two teams are. Salem team right at the bottom, not only losing their 2 matches so far, but not a very good net run rate either. But if Madurai win, they will be 3-3 and they will lead the table. An important match for both teams.
The only unbeaten team remaining in the tournament, Madurai Panthers, chased down 170 odd in the first game, chased down 240 in the second. Highest chase in the history of this tournament.
Well, they were lucky to escape that first match. Gurjapneet and Saravanan doing a fantastic job, and of course later Chaturved. Now this is an important over because the right-hander might want to boss the off-spinner as normally happens, but he's only just come in, Abhishek. So give the fielding side one more over. Don't try and go big.
A touch full for that. Slightly risky because it is an angled bat shot from that length. The inside edge comes into play.
And Shoaib is not one of the taller players in the league. I keep talking about these tall Tamil Nadu players. I don't know where they've got them from, but the average height is fabulous in the TNPL.
Tossed up, a hint of turn. He has the fielders at the right angles.
Last ball of the halfway stage. I wonder if Abhishek is feeling a little bit of pressure. He's done fairly well so far. It really was tossed, wasn't it? Oh, nutmeg. What do you know? Well done.
Fires that one in. Didn't seem like it was off the bat at the halfway stage. SKM Salem Spartans 70 for 3. Match number 11 of the Shriram Capital TNPL. This is how the match has panned out so far. Madurai Panthers scoring 195, headlined by Siddharth Mahadevan. Salem Spartans are 70 for 3 at the halfway stage. The crowd is getting into the act, enjoying the cricket and the entertainment. And a change in the comm box as Nishad Paivaidya slides in. Good evening, Nishad.
Very good evening. Great to see Rohan back into the attack. And also wonderful to have you in the commentary box while he's bowling. Because what are we going to do? We're going to dissect that action.
A mystery spinner. An unorthodox action. He's been a net bowler for KKR, a net bowler for Gujarat Titans too.
Charges down the ground, reaches the pitch of the ball, can't get underneath it, only a single. But these are phenomenal figures for the youngster playing his first match.
Your googly on left of your screen and the leg break on the right. It can be harder to pick because he has the unorthodox action. And you mentioned this in your previous stint, Nishad. A batter needs to focus with a lot of other movements going on. They still need to focus on the hand and what the fingers are doing. When you look at Rashid Khan, one of the things that's difficult is he bowls from the back of the hand, even the leg break. So it's different from a conventional leg spinner to pick up that googly.
Yes, and Rohan has spent a lot of time with Rashid and got a lot of advice from him during his stint at Gujarat Titans as a net bowler. The IOB buggy cam just giving us a fantastic view once again. Didn't bounce as much, manages to get a single towards mid-wicket.
And it's not just his hand and his arm action, it's also the timing of his feet. Ownership group of the Madurai Panthers on your screens. Because he has a slightly differently timed delivery stride. He has short steps to come in to the crease, and then a slightly elongated delivery stride. So the timing is a little off for the batters to contend with, so they have to think a little harder on that.
Just able to get singles off him, and we had a look at him during the warm-ups, and just the way that he was bowling, and you in particular were just behind the wicketkeeper as he was collecting his deliveries. What was the impression he made with that stride, that delivery stride of his?
Yeah, I was just focusing as a batter, I would look at the timing, because you need to time your stance and any trigger movement according to the bowler's timing. It's an opportunity. It's gone up in the air, long off, getting under it, and a simple catch in the end. Another one goes down here for the SKM Salem Spartans, and what a spell it's been from this young man.
What a debut, and he's run around the park like Imran Tahir. A chip of the old block, you can say. This time, it looked like a conventional leg spinner, and Abhishek did manage to get to it, but he's only skied it. An easy catch for the fielder at long off. Chaturved doing the duty. And the mystery spinner has truly spun a web. Abhishek has gone for 5. Salem Spartans 74 for 4. That's a very good record, especially the strike rate, 163, and R. Vivek needs to do it today for the Salem Spartans, who are just slipping. It's a good ball outside the off stump. Another impressive over by Rohan Bhutra. He got a wicket in that one. Salem Spartans struggling at 74 for 4. Salem Spartans, a few batters have gotten starts. Kavin in particular, 22 of 17. Hari Nishant, 21 of 20. But Nidhi's still there on 20, but it's a difficult equation for them now.
The required run rate above 13.5 to the over, as P. Vignesh comes back for his second over.
Salem Spartans last year had started the season well and then just slipped. This year it's been almost the reverse. Lofted it over the offside. Half the side, back in the hut. Nidhish too goes for 20. Another batter perishes after getting a start. And the SKM Salem Spartans, the chase gets tougher and tougher and tougher.
Rajalingam in the deep does the job for the Madurai Panthers. Says thank you very much. Got into position quickly. At P. Vignesh gets a good wicket in the form of Nidhish Rajagopal, who goes for 20, 74 for 5.
Harish Kumar, again, a player with a good strike rate. But now that you've got players out there who maintain good career strike rates, the task is, it's a mountain to climb.
Vignesh made Nitish Rajgopal reach out for that delivery. That's the reason he wasn't able to get the distance on the shot. He got the elevation, but not the distance. Nicely done. Bowled a tight first over, just the 5 runs. And now he's picked up a wicket too, P. Vignesh. And with every wicket and every single and every dot, the required run rate keeps climbing.
He's taken a chance towards long on. Hold out first ball. Vignesh is on a hat-trick. The SKM Salem Spartans can't believe what's happened out there.
Harish Kumar looks for a big hit. First ball. P. Vignesh. He's a game changer. Attacking the stumps. And NS Chaturvedi takes another good catch. Absolutely unbelievable from the Madurai Panthers. Harish Kumar goes for a golden duck. 74 for 6.
Hat-trick ball, Shabani, and Karthik Manikandan has walked out to face the music.
It's not going to be easy because P. Vignesh is on fire. The first one did not provide any. Threw it out wider to Nitish Rajagopal, and this one right on the stumps. Absolutely brilliant. To the left-hander and then the right-hander, and the fielders backing their bowlers to the hilt. That's a hat-trick ball. Slip is in, a short cover is into under the lid. I like this attacking mode.
Oh yes, he has thrown the challenge, they've taken the bait. Now it's the hat-trick ball. Once again. It's gonna be take 2.
Needs to be clear in what he wants to do. Vignesh. Hat-trick ball still.
Here we go, take 2. Quietly plays that towards long off for a single. But what you said, yes, he's been on fire because he's actually thrown them the challenge and they've taken the bait. He's bowled according to his field, hasn't he?
100%. Yeah, well negotiated by Karthik Manikandan. Presents the full face of the bat, gets to the pitch of the ball, good stride forward, even with that short cover in position. But this is a delivery they need to be wary of. Oftentimes they negotiate the hat-trick ball, but the 4th delivery can cause problems.
They should have had a short leg for that.
It just like that popped up. Putra was brilliant to get the better of the opposition skipper, Abhishek. Tight lines, a good catch completed by NS Chaturvedi. He's not going to miss. And a nice celebration to go with it.
It's just one-way traffic now. The SKM Salem Spartans. Tell us more about this setup via the IOB analysis.
Yeah, googlies, 2 googlies to start, similar speeds too, and then a slower leg break. That's why it hit the outer half of the bat and did not carry the distance and only found the fielder in the deep. So brilliantly done from a similar release point, 76 for 6.
Look at that slide. Yes, they've lost wickets at regular intervals, but they lost 3 with the score on 74. Let's watch the Boost Milkshake high energy moments. Boost Milkshake, the new secret of my energy. It is built for everyday stamina and energy, so do try it now. Certainly, you've got to give credit to the Madurai Panthers for the way that they've fielded and bowled. Certainly high on energy.
Yeah, the batters did it first, putting on 195 runs on the board, and then the bowlers and fielders have done their bit too. Bowled 2 overs in the power play. Rohan Ravi Butra, and was miserly. What, only 3 runs, right? Nishad, if I recall.
Absolutely. 3 runs of 2 overs. Runs were being scored at the other end, but he was the one who got a wicket and kept it tight. Just outside the off stump. Tentative play. May have been a little bit more quicker than he expected.
Karthik Manigandan. He's a leg spinner himself. It's more conventional. Brilliantly bowled. Tight line, the angle from... He's bowling very wide of the stump and then angling it into the stumps, especially to the right-hander. And also to pick whether it is the leg spinner or the googly. If you haven't faced him before, it will take a couple of deliveries or a couple of overs. More turn on this surface.
We just had a look at the IOB analysis and the degrees of turn.
Yeah, 1.8 before this game on pitch number 3. We mentioned that at the pitch report too. The average turn for spinners. Less grass, absolutely no live grass on the surface now. I think that's made a difference.
Also, what would be a batter's mindset when you're facing a bowler like that? Yes, you don't know what he's doing. You've got to be attacking, but there's a lot of tentativeness as well.
You go to your strength. Some batters prefer the sweep and the reverse sweep to take it square. Others like to dance down, negate the leg spin and the googly if you get to the pitch of the ball. Play to your strength. Unfortunately, they haven't had a clear plan to Butra. What a spell of 4 overs for him. 2 for 9, 78 for 6.
The star of the show is Bhutra, of course, with 2 for 9, but Vignesh has done well. 2 for 7 of 2, still got a couple of overs up his sleeve. Dances down the track, he's lofted it high and all over the top. It's a 6 after a while, and when a batter is timing it this well, that's about the best a man can get.
No boundaries for 6 overs, and then this brilliant hit. Great use of the feet, getting to the pitch of the ball, and then gave it everything. Full commitment from Karthik Manigandan. Sending that over the sight screen. 84-meter long. Massive hit. Batting, bowling, fielding. He's a true Gillette guard 3-in-1 player.
You can see that they've got a boundary after 6 overs. That's the kind of pressure that the Madurai Panthers bowlers have been able to exert. And yes, the SKM Salem Spartans will really have to come up with something phenomenal to bounce back in the tournament from here. When you lose 3 on the bounce up front, it is extremely difficult to lift the side. And nothing's really gone well for them. But then, let's have a look at the KEI wires and cables electric fielding. There were some spirited attempts by the SKM Salem Spartans today. And then the Madurai Panthers always up on top. Good job, neat with a catch. Dipesh as well. Dipesh got another one on the boundary. The fielding standards overall, Shivani, have been fantastic in the Shriram Capital TNPL.
Spot on, Nishad. All the teams, regardless of conditions, we've had some wet outfields with rain coming in. Tonight we have some dew setting in. Afternoon under the sun, evening under the lights. Quick single, and well completed in the end. But in terms of fielding, the effort, the commitment has been high, and we've seen some spectacular catches to go with it.
This was Rohan attacking the ball. Quick release as well. And yes, when you look at such players coming up, the scouts are around, of course. The selectors are also there. Well bowled outside the off stump. Just getting or trying to get Vivek to reach to that.
Because he is a big hitter. We saw his career strike rate in the TNPL. He's always looking to put the bowler under pressure to keep it out of his hitting arc.
When you look at the bowling lineup that Madurai have, it just seems to have so much variety in a sense that Gurjapneet, the left arm pace bowler, Dipesh, express right armer, Rohan Bhutra has arrived and added more dimension. Sarvanan, Shoaib and Vignesh, they're there in the spin department as well.
Yeah, and they've gone with the extra spinner this evening in the form of P. Vignesh. Periyasamy was also one of their impact sub options, and he has so much experience. So just looking at their squad, they have such variety and great options, and they complement each other.
The wicketkeeper said it, he's well bowled.
Economy rate of 5.65 for P. Vignesh. So that is miserly. In the T20 game, we also saw Bhutra with an economy of less than 2.5. You put that all together, it's been extremely tight.
We can see our colleagues Vidyut and Sastika in the backdrop there, sitting right underneath our commentary box. Last ball of the over. Driven towards covers for a single. It's the end of 14. The Salem Spartans, 88 for 6. There's some moves for you. Can also be a part of a high energy moments because the crowd really adds to the energy here in Natham. Since 2016, the matches have been well attended. The students of the NPR College of Engineering also in attendance. Meanwhile, someone who's still a student, Dipesh Devendran, into the attack.
Handball express pace. We've also seen his slower deliveries. Hits the deck generally, but we've also seen him take the stumps out of the ground with a full and fast delivery previously in the tournament. What does he start with for his third over?
It's a good Yorker, nearly onto the stumps. 138.7, no warm-up for him.
Well negotiated in the end by Vivek. I also see a bit of a tail into the right-hander. Beautifully bowled. We saw something similar from Dipesh, because generally you're expecting him to hit the deck, bowl that short of good length, and then he comes up with this.
Just outside the off-stump and cries of shot because he's really caressed it along the ground with some pace and fire. That's gone for 4. 4 as secure as Shriram's life insurance plans.
300th Shriram Capital for this tournament this season. Off the bat of Vivek. Such is the power this man possesses. There was a deep fielder there. Did not move an inch.
That's how well it was timed. That's been flicked away towards fine leg. Will be fielded. Well, Dipesh just took the base of the ball of which he was hit for 4. It was 115. The deliveries around it have been 138 and 137. In the first over that he bowled, he was trying to bowl a little slower. What would be the thought behind that?
I would say just to throw the batters off. Because in the power play, you are expecting the pacers to bowl full on pace deliveries. Beautifully driven. A challenge for the fielder on the line. This will head upstairs for a boundary check.
Put in a full length drive, and you've got to see if he's actually stopped it inside the boundary. It's Rajlingam with the effort. Yes, the ball has stopped inside, but he may have just lost awareness. There was some cries from the wicketkeeper. It's in play. Just throw it back.
Another one for the KEI wires and cables package.
Slow ball lofted, long off coming underneath it. An easy catch taken. The first wicket for Dipesh Devendran today. And he's also joined the party for the Madurai Panthers as they are squeezing the life out of the SKM Salem Spartans innings.
Brilliantly bowled. He's been changing it up, changing up his pace and length. And gets the better of Karthik Manikandan. He's taken a couple of catches himself this evening, and NS Chaturved takes a third to dismiss Karthik Manikandan for 12. 95 for 7 SKM Salem Spartans.
Mohammad has come out to bat a little lower than what he normally does as well. He's also a big hitter, but this is why he's walked out. Just managed to sky it high up in the air. Last ball of the over. Mohammad has connected in style, uses the pace, sends it over the boundary for a 6 to finish. The 100 is up with that one. 101 for 7.
The 7 to 15 hasn't gone too well for them, neither in runs nor, of course, in terms of wickets. 5 wickets done, 7 to 15, and not too many runs. So, clear second favourites in the match. And Big Hoik attempted, unfortunately, going straight to hand. Thereafter, though, a fine 6 by Mohammad. He is gutted. Is Karthik. And Dipesh, all of a sudden, has 1 for 32. He's been a little expensive compared to the rest, but he will remember that wicket. And of course, the spinners have been magnificent today. Charu Sharma and the company of my good friend Ajay Mehra. We have some more pace coming in from the south end, the commentator's end. Rajalingam. And struck wonderfully, wide of long off. One bounce four, caught plenty of that, did Vivek. He's been there for a while now and is hoping to contribute a little heavily to his team today.
Thank you so much, Charu. Yes, that's a really good shot as well. In reading that power, also the timing and the placement was really good. There's a man station and long off, playing wide of him, and very nicely done by him. Clean strike. There's a second boundary for Vivek. A good striker, giving some room there. Rajalingam.
Once again, beautifully driven along the carpet this time by Vivek. I wonder though, Ajay, because spin has worked so well for them. Shoaib, I suppose, has 2 overs. Sarvanan has been bowled only 1 over. And Vignesh too has an over left. So maybe 16, 17 could have been spin before you get medium pacers on. But of course, they're so handsomely in the lead at this point of time that they can probably go with any bowler, as they have with Rajalingam.
You have the option, but you want to have that big win. Once again, cut away, just dropping short of the field. Excellent effort by Dipesh. He's been the live wire on the field. He's taken some very good catches and a good stop from him. Been so efficient there in the field, in the outfield, cutting it off very nicely. Change of pace once again. I think as far as seamers are concerned, the ball is coming much better onto the bat. Spinners are getting a bit of help on the surface. Reason we saw someone like Bothra, Sarvanan, Shoaib, Vignesh bowl really well on this track.
And that's why I wonder whether the spinners could be given another over or 2. Yes, they might have been a shade expensive, but they would have picked up the wickets. Or should I say, could have picked up the wickets. Checked his shot. Very lucky didn't carry to long off.
Yeah, the change of pace will work. That's exactly what he's thought now. Nicely thoughtful delivery. The last occasion.
Well, thankfully there'll be no major injuries. We'll get back to that thought because we do have a lot of assistance here around the ground. Oh, wow. That's going to be another 1 bounce 4. Did he give it everything? A 6. First ball when he came in. And he did thrash that one crazily. Found that sweet spot every cricketer searches for. Now this is the best a man can get outside off.
That was just powered. Slide room offered and taken gleefully. Just see the strength, the timing, the placement. Terrific. Just race across. Went like a trace of bullet. Was the fence. 11 runs in this over. Expensive one. Still not over.
And in the same direction again. The ball skidding away. Very well dealt with by long off. Enough time for a quick double. 16 done. A better over for the batting side. 13 from it. 114 for 7. Mohammad, a 6 and a 4, doing really well for his team. Yes, it may be too little, too late, but in case there is to be any injury, God forbid, then we do have Kaveri Hospitals stationed outside. Of course, the driver also in the ambulance. Thank you very much. That was earlier in the day, and that number is pretty easy to remember. 4,000, 6,000 in this area if you need it. Trust quality care, all available around this wonderful ground. Thank you to the TNCA for organizing this. And here are the personnel from Kaveri Hospital looking on to see whether they are required. But enjoy the game so far. Oh, won't carry it long on. Didn't get it from the sweet part of the bat. But we do have Sarvanan coming in, so...
Absolutely, because he's bowled well. Bowling his second over, already got a wicket as well. Sarvanan just toss the ball, invite the batters. They're trying the best, this pair. And Mohammad and R. Vivek. Partnership were 20 of 8.
I'd love to see the ball tossed up. Yes, it might cost you a 6 or 2. We'll buy you a wicket. Done. Sarvanan, clever bowler, 1 for 9 so far.
I like the way he bowls because he gets that revolutions of the ball. The release is so good for him. The revs that he generates, that's the reason he gets that turn on any surface. Just see the last delivery just turning across the bat face. Beautifully bowled there.
Mohammad likes to thrash it on the front foot. He would have been better advised to go on the back and cut it. Well, he just muscled that behind the bowler. And I think the fielders missed it. He reached it in time, pretty upset with himself because he really should have stopped it. But that was muscled over the bowler by Mohammad. He's a strong man.
Yeah, he can really clobber it, isn't it? Just going on the back foot, just playing down the ground. Trying his best there, just getting his fingertips and that deflection, but resulting in a boundary as well. Just landing inside. As he put away once again, just waiting for that one on the back foot.
That's exactly what he shouldn't be doing, trying to hoik it across the line, because he's up against a clever bowler. Much wiser to try and play it on the offside if he can.
And also the fact, Charles, that he's getting a bit of turn as well. So playing against the turn can be a risky proposition.
And he's whacked that big time. Has it gone long enough? Yes, only just. There was a possibility of a collision there between Gurjapneet and Deepesh, I think the two tall fast bowlers. But that has worked for Mohammad. Got enough of it.
Yes, he can generate some power, and that's exactly what he does. Playing against the turn, but enough wood on that occasion. Beautifully played as well. High up in the air. Gurjapneet trying his best in the deep, at deep mid wicket. But in vain, just sailing across 73 meters distance.
And that was certainly tossed up, but well wide, and Mohammad did well not to fiddle with it. Now that last 6, I think Gurjapneet was quite concerned about Deepesh also running in, and which is why he didn't give it a really honest attempt. It did go for 6, but could have been caught. And there he goes again, across the line. Big man, found the sweet spot. And Sarvanan being taken for 18 in the over, 17 done. Salem 1-3-2 for 7. A late blast by Mohammad, and it will certainly help the batting side. Salem desperately looking to do well in this tournament. 2 matches played, 2 matches lost. And thanks to all these hard-working ground staff, we owe them a huge round of applause. And no amount of acknowledgement enough for all the hard work they do, Ajay. Time and again.
Absolutely, and last ball previous over, once again generating that power, once again going on the onside. That's the area that he really looks up to. And once again, very nicely timed, going the distance. Gurjapneet, he comes back.
And he goes again. Will this go all the way? It's in the gap for sure. Lands just in. But Vivek now trying to do what Mohammad has been doing, saying, all right, enough is enough. 3 overs to go, 3 wickets left. Let's continue to go big. Luckily for him, it went in the gap.
Not an easy shot to play because just rocking on the back foot and generating that power as well. There was a fielder there. He's going all the way. Don't do much there. The pitch, they're pretty happy. Smiles, that's good to see. That camp for the Salem side.
The only one unhappy will be Gurjapneet. A pace off delivery that was read. He held on to his shot, Vivek. It's a reasonably good quality bat, and then gave it the big thrash. Got plenty of the ball, well timed, sliced off a bit though. Is that wide? No, just inside. Well done, Gurjapneet. That's a good comeback. Safe place to bowl, particularly at the death.
Taking a review there. Thought that should have been a wide. So immediately taking the review there. R. Vivek.
IOB DRS, I think about to be taken. I wonder if there was a little trigger movement towards the offside. We'll try and find out whether that distance was reduced. But the umpire quite happy to call it a safe delivery.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for wide. Wide not given on the offside. I check the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can you start with the front on vision, please? Yes, you can freeze it here at the release point. Roll it forward, please. Yes, you can freeze it there. Satisfied. The ball is passing within the wide guideline, revised wide guideline. It's not a wide.
Well, yes, there was that little trigger movement. The right foot moved a bit towards the offside, and which is why that line got extended. Good decision, good umpiring, great tournament. And a similar delivery once again, this one at pace. Well bowled.
This is the experience that he possesses because he's bowling slightly wider of the batter, R. Vivek. He knows he's going to really go after that one. Use that angle, the left arm seamer's angle. Once again, well inside the guideline. Good intelligent bowling by Gurjapneet. Thinking by him. Once again, the flourish of the bat missing at this time.
And once again, just trying to hit it too hard. See the ball, try and find some timing, Vivek. As he does now. Digs it out. Semi-helicopter.
First 2 overs from Gurjapneet this evening were expensive, but he's come back well. Those Yorkers, those slow ones are pretty well. See coming in now. This over has been, he was cutted for a 6, but he's come back really well in this over.
2 balls to go. Big hitting Mohammad at the crease. Now on the onside, which he likes targeting, shorter boundary. Oh, that's a little wild, not just wide, wild by Gurjapneet. He too, I think, is a little intimidated by the big hitting skills of Mohammad.
I think what he's got to do is just bowl that Yorker length. Just bowl that Yorker length, keep it simple. You miss ahead. Probably the leg before as well might come into contention there. They need to really over try because he's becoming slightly predictable at the moment.
Well, there's no doubt that Mohammad is likely to swing from off to leg. And if you're cutting the ball across, it could balloon up for deep backward point. Or somewhere in the offside region because of that slight cross-batted action. He is desperate to take the second. He wants to strike Mohammad. He wants to hit it big. He's done well so far. 30 from 10, striking at 300.
Why not, Charu? When you're batting at a strike rate of 300, you want to farm the strike. You know, you're batting well, you're striking it well. Want to get slightly closer as well. It's going to be really tough. Quiet run rate 25.38, so almost next to impossible from here.
Edged! Short third. Oh, it dropped in front of him. And Vivek too trying to follow Mohammad with his big hitting. Didn't quite manage that at all. Only 2 overs left. Salem need 54. 142 for 7. Well done, TNCA. They lost the first 2 phases, Salem, that's for sure. But in the third, if they scored 23 more, they would have equaled the effort of the Madurai Panthers, and that'll be good to see. Because if the fight continues, Ajay, yes, it's well near impossible, as you said, but I'd like to see more fight. And here it is, right behind the bowler, low full toss. Thrashed back by Vivek. Another sweet blow.
Certainly he's taken leaf out of the book of M. Mohammad, the way he's gone about. R. Vivek as well, he's played really well down the ground, low full toss, never easy for any batter. Really no reaction time, much reaction time there for the bowler. And very nicely dispatched as well. So runs in the last few overs have been coming thick and fast.
Deepesh did very well to move his body and his feet away from that straight drive. Could have led to some injury. It was hit very hard. Goes again, could be too long on, and very well taken. A running catch to his right. I can't really fault Vivek for continuing to go big or trying to go big. But Deepesh picks up his second wicket. He'll be delighted. Another day that ball might well have gone for 6. Vivek, a decent hand. Back to the pavilion.
Yeah, just didn't get the elevation. Just didn't get the distance as well. Server in the fielder does a very good job. He's very agile. Excellent stuff from him. Good running catch in the end. A good innings from R. Vivek coming to an end as well. He's delighted. That reaction there from Deepesh. And R. Vivek out for 28 of 22. 146 for 8.
Ajit Ram. Well, he's not going to win you a match with the bat, but he's a clever bowler. We like what he did with the ball. Deepesh will be looking for another. Ajit Ram, play it down, take the single. Mohammad's at the other end, getting a little frustrated. Come on, put a little bat to ball. Don't have to go big.
Mohammad was looking for a single, isn't it? And this was a very fine catch. Server on the field. Just didn't get the elevation that he wanted. Going for the big one. The thing was clear. Striking well, Vivek. Standing effort in the deep, and just that reaction as well.
Yep, you're on the mark, Deepesh. But that ball could have gone for 6. Watch it. Here we go. 3 balls to go. And yes, driven hard to mid-off, but the job is done. Mohammad is at the crease. Expect a few more fireworks if it's within his arc. On 30 from 10, as we said earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty nippy as well. Deepesh, the first one, 142, then 140, the wicket-taking delivery, then 141. It's almost bowling in that channel, that pace around. Probably now he can just chain that piece against someone like M. Mohammad, him being on strike.
Got to keep Mohammad guessing. Will he go for the pace off delivery, or will it be a quick one? Oh, that could go to hand. Yeah, couldn't get it from the sweet part of the bat, Mohammad. Was another quick delivery. Came on a little too quickly onto Mohammad. And he holds out to deep mid-wicket. The fireworks may have ended. 9th. Well, I suppose they have every right to refer it for height, but I think that was well below the waist. But my opinion doesn't count. We'll have an IOB DRS from the batting side.
TV umpire to director. We have an umpire review for a waist high, no ball not given. Can you get me the side on angle, please? The ball looks like to be clearly below the waist. The batter name is Mohammad. Get the graphics, please. Calculated distance is a fair delivery. Tell the director.
Well below the waist, that was the umpire's review. The finger is up, and that means M. Mohammad has to go back. He played well. There's some really good shots, out for 30 of 11. 147 for 9 now.
Deepesh has a chance to pick up another. Oh, just the right kind of delivery. On the stumps, very full. But a single taken by the new man. And Poyamori will retain strike. I think it's 48 required from 6. 148 for 9. I thought Sandeep Warrior did bowl a few 140 pluses, but Deepesh, the quickest on show here at the TNPL. 146 over 90 miles an hour, which is the threshold really of a really quick bowler around the world. So plenty for him to look forward to as he goes along. Gurjapneet bounces and will not pick up a wicket this ball, but he'll have 5 more deliveries to try and pick up a wicket. Wicketless today so far.
And was batting really well. M11 going for the big one, didn't get the timing right. The badge is turning in his hand. Nicely taken the deep as well. Raja Lingam, the fielder, the second wicket in that over for Deepesh. Really good. He can go with an express pace. Done a wonderful job. Last ball of this, last over of this match as well. For Gurjapneet, he comes on. Not a wicket so far in this innings.
A little expensive to begin with. Has the opportunity now. Up in the air, and that's going to go away for a boundary. He'll be a little hurt. All the rest of the bowlers have picked up wickets. Deepesh suddenly in the wickets as well, 3 for 38. And Gurjapneet Singh will be a little embarrassed.
Not a bad shot there from the new batter, Shriram. Make room for himself, just carve it away on the offside. Nicely done by him. On his toes when he executed that shot. Just getting the elevation that he wanted. First boundary for him.
Needs to bowl length and on the stumps, moving in. Oh, very nicely struck. That's quite brilliant. There's nobody there. Wow, he walked into it. Gurjapneet's not the kind of bowler you walk into, but Ajit Ram has batting abilities.
We're changing the batting order. If he's batting like this, the coach will be impressed. He's coming down the track very nicely put away. Earlier of the back foot, this time of the front foot. Excellent footwork.
Gurjapneet did nothing wrong. It was almost exactly the kind of delivery I was hoping for, but Ajit Ram walked into it and made it a half volley. And once again, very full, targeting the stumps, but Ajit Ram is up to it.
Once again, Charu, the problem for Salem was the top order not doing well. We've seen that in the last couple of matches as well. They have a struggle with the top order. Haven't really got the start. The middle order has really collapsed for them. Game, of course, M. Muhammad and R. Vivek in the end, they batted well. The batting really has to click for them. The likes of Sunny Sandhu, Nidish, S. Abhishek, they really have to fire for them.
Do we see a short one? Oh, Express round the wicket for a change, trying to bring it into the right-hander. Unfortunately for Emory, backing off a bit, nowhere near it.
Last delivery of this match coming up now. We're really disappointed. The head coach, things really haven't worked well for them. A struggle, ceding 195 runs this evening, and then always far behind in the run chase.
Good to see Mahesh, part of the Madurai Panthers. And still Gurjapneet cannot pick up a wicket. A single to finish it all off. Salem well behind. Madurai win by 36. But Salem do need to pick up on several areas, and maybe they'll be better next match. For the moment, the Madurai Panthers can rejoice. They will top the table. 3 matches played, 3 matches won.
Yeah, once again, really a good win. Almost after the 12th over, they were always in a very good position to win this one. Winning in the end by 36 runs, a comprehensive win for them. Once again, the bowlers doing pretty well, especially the spinners, the way they went about. Excellent bowling performance by the debutant. Bothra picking up a couple of wickets. Deepesh picking up 3 wickets. The seam bowler, Vignesh did a good job. Shoaib as well. Sarvan coming in, chipping up with the wicket as well. So overall, very good bowling performance. And they'll be really happy getting that 196 on the board as well.
Deepesh did pick up 3, but an outstanding debut by Bhutra. 2 for 9 in his quota of 4 overs. I mean, that is just absolutely brilliant. And no doubt he's going to pick up some award or the other. I shouldn't preempt that though. But great to see new talent, a debutant doing so well. Nobody could really read him, Ajay. I think it was an outstanding bowling display from what is clearly an action that a lot of players were intimidated by.
Absolutely, rightly mentioned, Charu, and the control that he showed. mention of the action as well. I thought the control that he showed, the way he was mixing his deliveries on his debut, the temperament that he possessed was really good to see. We've seen another youngster really coming up, using this big platform given by the TNCA. Really good news for Tamil Nadu cricket overall. Excellent performance in the end as far as the Madurai Panthers were concerned. Brilliant win for them, and winning this game by 36 runs. Salem really have to come up. Their batting really has to fire. That has been one of the issues. The top order hasn't really flourished for them.
All right, I wonder what he has to say now for his team, Abhishek, but Sastika catches up with him.
அபிஷேக் கண்டிப்பாக இது ஒரு கடினமான தோல்வியாக தான் இருக்கும். 3 போட்டிகள் முடிஞ்சிருக்கு, இன்னும் 4 போட்டிகள் தான் இருக்குது. அப்படிங்கிறதுனால டு டேர்ன் திங்ஸ் அரவுண்ட் என்ன பெட்டராக பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க இங்கேருந்து?
ஓப்பனிங் ஸ்டார்ட் கிடச்சி கொஞ்சம் டீசென்ட் ஸ்டார்ட் கிடச்சிது. பட் ஆனால் கொஞ்சம் மிடில் எங்களால் அதை எடுத்துகிட்டு போக முடியல. ஸோ அதுதான் நாங்கள் ஒர்க் பண்ணோம். சம்ஹவ் டவுன் த லைன் பேட்டிங் ஏதோ கிளிக் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது. வீல் ஒர்க் டுவர்ட்ஸ் தட். பேட்டிங்
லைனப் அடிக்கடி மாத்திர மாதிரி இருக்குது. 3 கேம்ஸ்லையும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நீங்களே வந்து டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஆர்டரில் வந்திருக்கீங்க. இஸ் தேர் அ ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி டு இட் ஆர் அதில் ஏதாவது உங்களுக்கு வந்து சேஞ்சஸ் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
எஸ், சிச்சுவேஷன் பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் அனுப்புகிறோம். யாருக்கும் செட் பேட்டிங் லைனப் T20யில் அனுப்ப முடியாது. ஸோ அது ஒர்க் ஆகலை. ஜஸ்ட் பிகாஸ் ஒர்க் ஆகிறதுனால பேடுன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது.
ஆல்ரைட். அண்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இன்னிங்ஸில் வந்து உங்களோட bowlers இன்ஃபேக்ட் ஆஃப்டர் த பவர் பிளே வந்து நல்லாவே வந்து கண்டெயின் பண்ண மாதிரி தான் இருந்துச்சு. அது இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் பண்ணியிருக்கலாமோ?
கொஞ்சம் பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். பவர் பிளே நல்லா தான் போட்டோம். அதான் அகெயின் மிடில் தான் எங்களுக்கு ஏதோ சூனிய மாதிரி இருக்குது எங்களுக்கு.
பட் ஹோப்ஃபுல்லி யூ வில் கம் பேக் ஸ்ட்ராங்கர். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
Thank you.
A decent start, not at express pace, mind you. And then, of course, a bit of a hole in the middle. Only Vivek, with his 28, tried to keep things going. And later, a standout performance from big-hitting Mohammed. And he kept us all interested. But unfortunately, once he went away, of course, there was no time too little too late. There was no time for Salem to recover. So, yes, they have a lot of work to do in the batting department. Hopefully, they'll have a better display next time. They did win toss and opt to chase, which worked for them, or should have worked better. But the bowlers for the opposite side.
7 bowlers employed, and the pick of the bowlers, Dipesh picking up 3 wickets for 38. The debutant, Putra, was really spot on. Just considering those 9 runs in 4 overs and picking up a couple of wickets for the impacts of Vignesh as well. Didn't have a bad start. They put on those 27 runs for the opening wicket. Kevin and Hari Nishan, they came in, they were looking good, they were playing those shots, finding those gaps as well, complementing each other. And then the leg spinner, he came in. This was that opportunity to run out as well. And then this was the first wicket. Kevin got a shot fine. He had to go back. And then, of course, Sony Sandhu, he walked in. And this is the way he was trying to play those big shots as well. But in the end, of course, the bowling was so good. And this is the way Sony Sandhu lost his wicket.
Yeah, second time that he's come in as an impact player and just hasn't worked at all. And, there was a bit of a consolidation at that point of time, but then that lofted shot just didn't work out for them. And it was a comfortable catch at the boundary despite that little slip. Dipesh doing very well with the ball and in the field. Another opportunity created here, but you cannot keep Butra away.
This is the wicket of the skipper, Abhishek, trying to up the ante as well. He was caught. The wickets at that stage, they were really tumbling. And the spinners were really working well in a tandem. They were bowling really well. Got in the deep. The catching was really spot on. Putting the catches. They tried the best. And then, of course, we saw that innings from M. Mohammed. He came in. He played some really good shots. And, was trying to just up the ante as well. At the other end, of course, wickets stumbled. But M. Mohammed and R. Vivek, they were looking really good. Had a really fruitful partnership.
Yeah, Mohammed just thrashing it to all parts of the park. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for Vivek and nor for Mohammed, as that full toss caught the wrong part of the bat. And that ended all the resistance. Although Ajit Ram came a little earlier, a little later, and struck a few as well. So Salem, at the end, lost by 36 runs. A third match in a row that they've lost by reasonably big margins. Their net run rate is also not anything to write home about. At Madurai, of course, on the contrary, have played 3-1-3, and they are comfortably at the top of the table. It's a terrific side, even though Well, they didn't have Chaturved score runs. Let's get to the presentation.
Welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony of match number 11 between the SKM Salem Spartans and the Madurai Panthers here at the Shriram Capital TNPL powered by the Indian Overseas Bank. And what a game it was. It was a game that had Madurai Panthers recording a hat-trick of victories, which now takes them to the top of the points chart. I'm delighted to welcome the presentation party. We have Mr. M. Harihara Subramanian, the Honorary Secretary of the Kanyakumari District Cricket Association. Come on, give us a nice wave. Mr. Jawahar D, State Zonal Sales Head, Shriram Finance Limited. Mr. R. Gopi Kannan, representative from Indian Overseas Bank, good people to grow with. Mr. Karan Jhamb, Lead Sports and Broadcast, YouTube India, representing Gillette. Mr. Vasant Raja C, General Manager, Shriram Finance Limited. We had a number of brilliant performances tonight, and we have quite a few awards. Shriram Capital Maximum Force of the match, for which there is a check of 10,000. I invite Mr. Vasant Raja C to give away the award to Siddharth Mahadevan for his 5 fours. He was a pivotal force in the power play and beyond, ensuring that the momentum never really sagged. Next up is the Gillette, the Best a Man Can Get award, for which there is a check. It is for the batter with the highest strike rate, and that goes to M. Mohammed for his late blitz. A strike rate of 272.7, and Mr. Karan Jhamb will be giving away the check to Mohammed. Next up is the IOB Most Dependable Player of the Match, for which there is a trophy and a check. I invite Mr. Gopi Kannan to give away the award once again to Siddharth Mahadevan for his 42 balls, 60. True to his name, he's blended calm and aggression, has Siddharth Mahadevan. Next up is the big award of the night. There were quite a few contenders for the Shriram Capital Player of the Match, but for his incisive spell at the top of the innings, it's the debutant Rohan Ravi Butra. For his 2 for 9, the award will be given away by Mr. Jawahar D. A trophy and a check for the Shriram Capital Player of the Match.
Butra was deadly. That slightly awkward action, and the players just failed to read him. The result, 2 for 9. Absolutely brilliant on his debut.
Rohan Ravi Butra, many congratulations. It's been an interesting journey, hasn't it, been from Ahmedabad for about 7-8 years, and here you are making a debut and a Player of the Match award on debut.
Yes, thank you so much. It felt really great to be man of the match in the debut game. Thank you so much for the Madurai Panthers management for trusting me and giving me this opportunity. I'm really grateful to them.
Wasn't any nerves at all going into your debut game and then being given the second over?
Yeah, I was nervous about, but just when the ball came into my hand, then I just forget everything and was just focusing on bowling on my areas. That's all.
You have trained with some of the best in the business. You say that you've idolized Varun Chakravarti. You've also learnt a lot from Rashid Khan. What are the things that you picked up from each of these greats?
So Varun Chakravarti said me how to bowl top spin and overspin so that batsman can't sweep you easily. And with Rashid Khan I learned how to vary pace. So while coming to this match, my plan was simple, to hit the right areas but to vary the pace so that batsmen get deceived and I'll get wickets.
You certainly did deceive the batters. You certainly did entertain us. Many thanks for that performance.
Thank you so
Long
much.
may it continue. Thank you so much, young man.
Thank you so much, sir.
That was Rohan Ravi Botra for his terrific performance. Next up is the captain of the victorious Madurai Panthers side, Anirudh Sitaram. Give us a broad smile, Anirudh. 3 out of 3. Captaincy seems a whole lot easier now, isn't it?
I mean, we've started the tournament really well, and it was a clinical game today, and I'm very happy with the way we played cricket today.
Tell us about the rationale of unleashing someone like Rohan Botra in the third game. Did you give him enough time to acclimatize, or was it something to do with the conditions?
No, we could see the wicket was getting slower as the games are getting progressed. We thought this wicket might be a bit on the slower end, and Rohan is someone I feel is someone not easy to pick. He's got an unique action, and we felt that we wanted to slowly get him into the tournament, not rush him too much, because this is his first year playing this level of cricket. So I think we got him into the game at the right moment.
Early days in the tournament, but a word on the management. You've got the likes of KB Arun Karthik, AC Pratibhan, yourself and NS Chaturved forming the Brains Trust. How important is it to have such composed presence?
It makes my life easier with people like the ones you've mentioned. So we talk with each other every day before the game, after the game. So we are on the same page, and I feel that's why we can see the results are reflecting on our side.
All right, many congratulations on that performance, and thank you for the entertainment.
Thank you very much.
That was Anirudh Sitaram, captain of the Madurai Panthers. That's all we have from the presentation here. Time for us to slip into a short break. We'll see you on the other side.
Welcome back once again. So Madurai Panthers doing really well, winning all the games. Hat-trick of wins for them. And the net run rate also 0.78. And Salem Spartans, well, they are struggling. They've lost all the 3 games, part of the points table as well. As far as they are concerned, they really have to redeem themselves and come up. Nalai at number 2, Tirupura at number 3. Salem Spartans, well, yet another loss for them this evening.
Kovai and Trichy sitting middle of the pack. But tomorrow, another doubleheader day. We're back with our doubleheaders. Nella and Royal Kings, who've done very well with Sonu Yadav taking on Trichy Grand Cholas. Both teams require a win. And Vida Kovai Kings against iDream Tirupur Tamirans, who are back to their winning ways as well. That doubleheader action tomorrow. Do join us at the NPR College Grounds Dindigul, where we're getting all the live action from. On behalf of the entire production team for tonight, thank you for joining us. Good night.